childhood hunger in your community, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Michael Brown here with a question. Are you a business owner? Do you want some of your own money back from the government? If so, listen up. The federal government has promised over $135 billion in tax refunds for small and medium-sized businesses that kept employees on the payroll throughout COVID. Business owners are eligible for the Employee Retention Credit even if they receive PPP funds. RefundsPro.com specializes in cutting through the red tape of qualifying for this government program.
No, it's okay. You can leave it.
And it's like, what the hell is this? Well, you should have figured that out from what we, but that's not even close to what we were talking about. Yeah, that's next time. I'm just giving you a preview. But it's on the test this time. Yeah. You know, shit like that. Yeah.
It's nuts, man.
Yeah. No,
She told us about this class before. She goes, the first day of class, the professor said, everybody in here will fail, but we curve it. It's like...
No, I was going to spit my gum out.
Well,
in our student orientation, they say, look to your left and look to your right. Those people won't be here in 2 years. And you're like, fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Two-thirds of the ones that start don't finish.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's still a lot different than passing everybody.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, best F I ever got.
Da-da-da.
And she's being legit.
Yeah.
All right, we got a lot going on.
Went down to pick up our RV today in the Springs, left at 6 a.m., drove through fog like you wouldn't believe. Get down there, they had the battery dead, so we had to leave while they charged it. It's not like a car where you can jump start it.
Yeah.
It's a pack of 8 fucking daisy chain motherfuckers. And you can't like even plug it in.
How did
I didn't know that.
Drain that down completely?
Well, they didn't.
Sure.
That's the house battery.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
But the house
Hi,
battery,
It's okay.
jump
I'm
start,
getting some calls going.
you can use the
John,
house
it's Sis
batteries.
with the Tom Martino Show. How you
do I put
doing?
this? So the house
You
batteries
can
are
separate
8.
them. There's an isolator, so you can combine them or separate them.
Yeah, but then there's 2 that is just for the starter. Those are the ones they killed. So those are the ones they're charging. They got it started. Actually, you know what? They did get it started, and then they put it on the charger, and they said it'll be 100%. So that's how they killed them, because it's only the 2. It's not the 8. But I didn't see anything on. That's the funny part, because it was still dark when we got there. I didn't see any lights on, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Because really, the house batteries do everything. I don't know how they would have killed.
But depending on the work, see, I get so irritated with my guys. All my guys have battery tenders.
Yeah.
Every one. I bought them all.
Because
the
of
same
it.
ones. If you're working, the door's open, the hood's up, the light's on, plug the car in.
Yeah.
Period. The last thing I want at 6:30 at night, the last car, I got to go through the shop that's all locked up and full of cars and everything and find a jump box that's charged to jump the last guy. You know.
I know.
I hate that.
I remember. Plus, it's embarrassing. A customer comes to get
And it's
their
no
car.
good for the
Hi, Erica?
the battery, the starter. I mean, you don't want to be driving on the alternator charging 150%. You know?
No.
It just. So hopefully a lot of that's gone. It's shooting all the dead weight out. The Aurora shop's officially closed.
It is?
Yep.
When was your lease up?
We're on the
This is our
30-day
first
grace.
appreciable snow of the season.
So it's good though. I mean,
Was
I
it
got,
even appreciable?
2 of the guys out there have been
That's
with me for 15 years. So getting
Was
them
it
back
really?
and forth.
But we did go pick up our bus this morning and it wouldn't start. Had to go all the way to the Springs. Now we got to go all the way back after the show.
Because we've been short-handed for 2 years.
Rusty? Hi, it's the Tom Martino Show. How you doing? Doing well. I'm gonna
Hey,
get
Mark.
you for this LexisNexis notice after
Mark.
breach, okay? So you're going to listen through the phone. When you hear your name, come on and tell Tom what's going on with it, see how we can advise or help in the issue. We do got a busy
Mark.
show, Rusty. Got already a couple calls going, so listen in. I don't know who he's going to take first, okay?
You said that. That's crazy.
Thank
Well,
you.
it's not even worth it.
No,
I bet he wants to sell the building.
no,
No?
no. He owns, it's a whole complex. He owns that whole
LexisNexis.
Oh, you're talking the one on...
on Havana. Yeah.
Go ahead, Shannon.
Mark,
Oh, hey, man.
So why did you take your bus to the Springs? What was down there? A special repair place?
Yeah, our new guy's inland.
Is he good?
Well, I haven't. I went to pick it up and the battery was dead, so that wasn't good. But yeah, they're good.
Where are they located?
That's your new guy.
They are. Well, they've got locations everywhere, but that one is kind of like mid Colorado Springs, before downtown, but after the Air Force Academy kind of thing.
Okay.
You should see their shop, though. It's so funny. I was going to tell Kevin this. So they have 8 bays, maybe 10 bays, but everything is mega-sized. It looks just like a Goodyear or your shop, but the lifts are so fucking gigantic. It's unbelievable. And the thing I saw about semi-trucks with the lifts, you know how they lift them? You pull the tires on them. So in other words, the tires drive
Troubleshooter show, what is your first
onto
name?
these like forks, and then the whole thing lifts up with the tires. It doesn't lift the frame. It literally lifts the truck up by the tires.
Huh.
But everything's massive there. So like everything in there are these huge freaking semi-trucks. I mean, not even box trucks. I mean, fucking semi-trucks. And everything is like
30-foot ceiling.
Yeah, going through their parts room, it's so weird. It's the same shit. It's just way bigger. There's a brake drum. It's like this big.
Yeah.
But everything's the same shit. It's just way bigger. Yeah. It's got to be a real pain in the ass to work on shit that big, man.
That's why we steer away.
Tell Susie I said what you got is a first world problem.
When you think about the air suspension.
Hey, Mark, you didn't check to see if the thing was there, right?
Probably couldn't hang.
No,
The road?
No, it was dark as hell, and I had a dead battery.
Okay. You know what? The Elantra, since Dolce's been away in my garage, the battery's dead. Does that make sense?
Yeah, just charge it. It'll be fine. You don't have to replace it. Just charge it.
Yeah, because it just, nothing happened. I couldn't unlock it either except with the key.
She probably left something on.
Well, in any case, it's dead as a doornail.
Yeah.
I open the door, not even the lights come on.
I bet it's, what do you call it? Just a, like the dome light or something was on.
Well, okay.
But that battery should take a charge, no problem. Did you put it on a trickler or what? Or you haven't done anything?
No, I didn't do it yet. I will.
I got a nice one. If you want me to bring it in, you can use it.
I got one. I got a couple at the hangar I think I can use.
Or I got a jump box if you want that.
I'm going to just trickle it and leave it on there while it's here.
Oh, would you bring it over to your house?
Yeah, put it in my garage. I had it detailed because it was like
Yeah, you told me you found like $200 in it.
$239, 2 credit cards, her license, and
The license she's been looking for.
probably enough crumbs and
to feed a small
old food.
to feed the North Korean army.
These detailers work their asses off. And I mean, they said, wow.
Kids are not good with that. Addie was over.
.com. Inflation Salvation on 630 KHOW.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino, welcome to the show. We are here to help you solve problems, answer questions, take a place, make your life a little easier. This hour brought to you by Frank Duran, the realestateman.com, who will take care of you with market valuations of your home. Find out what it will sell for in this crazy market. 28 years of experience, a great man, too. If you're looking to sell, there's no obligation, but he will let you know what you will net. He's going to be pretty darn close. Yes, inventory's low right now, and buyers are still there, but, man, have things slowed down. Did the Fed actually raise rates yet? By the way, Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. So a quick economic update. Have the Feds raised rates yet? Have they? Well, they're going to, right? Mark,
Yeah,
did they raise?
the Feds just bumped 3 quarters.
3 quarters, yeah.
But even more than that, they were thinking in the last week that maybe they were going to start backing off that gas pedal, but it doesn't look like it, so they're going to be getting higher yet again.
303-713-TALK. Kevin Calkins, the other voice you hear from Sheridan Auto Tech. Kevin, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Tom.
Sheridan Auto Tech in Lakewood, and they have an electrical department. Kevin, how many people do you get there just for electric?
Oh, we try to keep it, because some of it long term, but 3, 4 a day, quite a few.
Yeah. Now, Kevin, is it unusual for my daughter's car, it's been sitting for 3 weeks, for the battery to be dead?
No, there's a lot of stuff that's coming and going on a lot of cars. I mean, there's so many computers, so many modules that are opening and closing, and yeah, that's not uncommon.
So listen to this, Tom. We did this Tesla thing. It's like a virtual.
Yeah.
Well, it's not virtual. It's it's a question and answer with live people. It's like a webinar.
Right.
And we learned if you're not going to drive the Tesla, think of the battery in the Tesla, for 3 weeks, you need to keep it tethered or plugged in. I found that amazing.
No, that's right. That's what we do on the little one we have. And of course, Mark and I both ordered Model S's, and I chickened out, man. And now I'm having second thoughts. I chickened out. First of all, my wife she's so afraid of them. She said, they don't feel right, and I don't know what that means, or they're too fast.
We know a lady that got a Model 3, and she refuses to drive it. It's so intimidating to her, and I just don't get it, but she absolutely doesn't want it.
Look, so I had a Model S ordered. My son's Model 3 came in. I said, Steph, let's go for a ride, and we went for a ride. And I said, look what this can do, and I pressed down all the way. She freaked out, said, get me out of here. I don't want it. It's terrible. It's dangerous. It's too fast, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, that's the story of me. Anyway, let's go to John on a car purchase. Speaking of cars, what's going on with John? Hi, John.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Good. What's happening? And I want to remind people they can text the show at 57739, 57739. What's going on in your life with a car purchase? Is this a car purchase you already made?
Yeah, actually, what I've got is I've got a 2014 Toyota Tundra with about 52,000 miles on it.
Oh.
About a year ago, I was thinking about trading it in on a new Tacoma, and just talked to a dealer and asked him what he thought it was worth ballpark. He said, roughly $27,000 to $30,000. You'll have to let us check it out.
You have a Tundra, a 2014. How many miles on it?
52,000.
I don't even know why would you ever get rid of that?
Well, I want to get a smaller one. I want to get a Tacoma. I was thinking about a new Tacoma, and then about 2 weeks ago, my wife's car was totaled by a hit-and-run driver. So we were looking for a new car for her, and we were at a Toyota dealership up in Mountain States, and found her a car. And I was thinking, well, maybe I'll get a new truck at the same time. I might, the old Tundra is worth a lot right now. So I thought maybe I'd trade it in on both of them, use it as a down payment on both the new cars, get myself into a little smaller truck that gets better gas mileage, have a little newer truck.
Got it. So what happened, man?
Well, I talked to them, and, they said, yeah, we'd be happy to look at it, gave them the keys, let them go look it over. And I told them right up front, I said, my son hit a deer with this about 2 years ago, back in 2020. I had it fixed at a Toyota service center. So the guy comes back about 10 minutes later with a Carfax report. And sure enough, that accident is on there, and it's rated as having light front-end damage from that accident, was fixed at Toyota Service Center, but it had two other entries on it. It had one from June 26th of 2018, and it just said damage reported, and it showed pretty much 360 damage to it, including the roof, in the light to moderate range. And I'm going, no, I'm the original owner. This thing's only been in my kid hit a deer with it in Washington State, but no, nothing in 2018.
So there was a total of three. There was a total of three damage reports, and only one is accurate.
Yeah. The second one is a little more complicated. There was also one. There was one from 6/26/2018. Then there was an accident reported on 7/26 of 2018 that shows sideswipe accident reported, and again, 360-degree damage to the roof, and showed the damage as being in the moderate to extreme range. Now, I started thinking about it after I called your show a couple days ago, and I can figure out what that might be related to. About that time, I was towing a camper down southbound I-25, and my camper, there was a guy kind of zoomed up. I was going to move into the left lane. He zoomed up. I pulled back. The camper started to sway. My pop-up camper, bumped his side mirror and cracked it. So there was it technically would be a sideswipe accident, but they're showing moderate to extreme damage. There wasn't that much damage to all of the vehicles, and the truck wasn't touched. There's like a little teeny dent on the camper I was towing.
Okay,
Not even
so,
enough
John,
to bother repair.
John, have you ever thought about selling this privately?
I kind of thought about it. You know, I mean, I really wasn't wanting to go through all that hassle. It just seemed kind of easier to do it at the dealership.
Well, here's something you can do. If you go to JFR Cars and talk to Rodney, and you have someone who wants to buy your car, they can actually facilitate it as a trade. And they'll take a fee on each end for buying the car you want and for selling that one, but you'll still save more money than if you go to a dealer. And they're a broker. They can get a new truck for you. They can take that in trade and turn it right around to the guy that wants to buy it. And that's what I would do. But here's the thing. Even the guy that buys it is going to see the Carfax. And getting a Carfax changed is almost impossible.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. And what bothers me is they're showing all this damage that never happened to the truck. And in that accident with the camper, there was literally zero damage to the truck.
Well, then, did you take it to be repaired?
No.
Then how did it – wait, the only time things get on Carfax – Kevin, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't it the shop that reports it?
Yeah, we report to Carfax. That's what I was going to ask. Who reported it, the insurance company or a body shop?
Either insurance or the cops.
Did you have a claim?
They do.
Did you have a claim, John?
No. Now, there might have been a claim from the other car because, like I said, this other car, he bumped his passenger side.
What do you mean a claim from the other car? A claim against you?
Yeah, because I was ruled as being at fault in the accident. But
all right, then that's going to be that's what it is, John. That's what it is.
But see, the thing is they're showing moderate to extreme damage. That's what I'm trying to explain. The only damage done in that crash, first of all, the truck was.
I understand. You said it 3 times. We got it, bro. It wasn't damage to the truck. It was to the camper. So here's what we want to do, John. We want to talk to the dealer. What does the dealer say when you tell him that?
I told him that. He said, well, unfortunately, our company, Sonic or whoever, goes by the Carfax. So he said, we can't do anything unless you get the Carfax fixed.
Okay, now.
The problem is Carfax is basically screwing me here.
No, Carfax isn't doing anything.
You can send in
Carfax,
all the information.
Right. Did you get yours fixed, Mark?
Okay.
Mark. Yeah, I screwed myself trying to get my Carfax fixed. So mine said the same thing, but it was even worse. It said like serious damage or something. So I sent them the entire body shop report telling them, look, everything was fixed. Everything is perfect now. And it actually made my Carfax worse because somewhere in that body shop statement, something happened to the frame, which I didn't know, and all of a sudden I had frame damage listed. So, I mean, be really careful trying to fix it.
I don't think he's going to get it fixed unless he can find out who reported it.
Well, on mine, who reported it was State Patrol.
Who reported it? You know, it might have been the State Patrol, but like I said, there was literally zero damage to the truck.
No, but what State Patrol reports is the accident.
John, you don't have to say again that there was no damage to the truck. We get that, bro. We got it the 5th time you said it. What we have to figure out now is how to relate that to Carfax. Since it wasn't at a body shop, since it wasn't, we have to figure out, did the State Patrol do it, and why did they do it? And will they take it back? Go back to your accident report or some kind of record. You got to literally talk to the officer.
Well, and see, the problem is we're talking 4 years ago. I don't have the case report number.
That's why I said it's never going to happen. I'm just being real with you. It's never going to happen. There's some advantages to the new system. There's some disadvantages to the new system. And the disadvantage is that you have damage reported that's not there. So what you do is you say to the dealer, I can't do business with you. And you sell it to someone else and say to someone else, I don't care what the Carfax says. Here are the true facts. You get this checked by a body shop all you want. And I'm selling it for this price if you want it. There's nothing else you can do, John. Nothing else you can do.
Okay.
But I think you'll turn out better. What I would do is I would get this damn thing listed. And I would then, if you get an interested buyer, I'd go to Rodney over at JFR Cars and have him do a trade. He doesn't mind. They're going to make a little money on each one, but you're still going to come out ahead because you're going to get more money than if you just traded it in anyway, and you'll still save on sales tax. You'll have all the advantages. We got to take this quick break. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, realcbdthatworks.com. To help you with inflammation, pain, anxiety, it's Panacea Life Sciences, 30% off with Tom and the promo code. Plus, they have all kinds of holiday year-end sales, pennies on the dollar, realcbdthatworks.com.
Hi, I'm Emmitt Smith. All of
They want to build up the fact that all that stuff about his wife, and all you need to do is start with the Carfax problem.
Liz.
Look at you've seen it a million times. Then you've heard people say, let him tell our story.
I know, it's crazy.
There's Doc over there.
Probably. Do you hear him babbling?
Yeah.
No kidding. So Tom and I could be discussing a bad accident, and he'll bring up McDonald's. I mean, it's so fucking crazy. There's like no rhyme or reason. Like, he's literally they can't hear us right now. Like, he's literally in an entirely different fucking place. This is hurting.
No, it's just hysterical. Last week he goes to walk out with the headphones.
Oh, I forgot about this. That shit happens so often. It's like, on YouTube, they call them lagoon.
Yeah.
Hey, so I started working through this on the digital for January. You have it going the entire month. It's got to end on the 13th. Yeah, so resend that one. Okay, bye. Women GOP voters to roaches. Nice.
Yeah, did you hear that?
I know I did. It was that view.
Like, they're so holier than thou, every one of those.
But they're not. They're fucking
No,
dirt.
they are.
It is pretty amazing.
How does that show stay on?
I don't know. Their ratings suck. I've said that about CNN forever, though. CNN.
But but this is primetime channel.
Yeah, but no one. Big deal.
I guess, nobody
watches
watches TV at 10 o'clock in the morning. I guess, I don't know.
And it doesn't matter if, like, you find out someone was on there or something you wanted to see, you just go watch it on demand. You don't have to fucking watch it.
Well, I think that's the whole thing the Democrats missed. I mean, while abortion is an issue, you can't make it the only issue. Yeah. You can't make that a one issue or nothing type thing.
But anywhere where you could get an abortion, let's put it this way, man. All they changed was the state. If people in California or New York, and that's where the majority
and
of
they
these
want to
people
vote to make it happen, they vote to make it happen.
But it's never going to change in California or New York.
Colorado.
It'll never change.
Colorado was preemptive, for it. Yeah.
Yeah, they actually passed a law.
Yeah, 6 months before Roe was, and Roe was a bad law anyway. It was bad,
It was bad law.
Poorly written,
It was a bad decision.
Yeah.
And I've always said it has nothing to do with abortion.
No.
It has to do with people telling a woman what to do with her own body.
Sure.
And in a lot of ways, it's kind of fucked up. But, it is what it is. It's not, it doesn't matter what it is. You tell a woman, hey, you're not allowed to wear that. Or tell a man something like that. It's not the action. How many people get an abortion in the fucking 9th month? I mean, honest to God, anybody? Unless there's something seriously fucking wrong.
Remember, in Colorado, it's through graduation.
I know. I love that. We want to change the law to where you can actually have an abortion up until the kid's 22. Miles would have been out of here 3 years ago. What would you do? Do you drive them where? How do they abort a 19-year-old? You better watch it. One more F.
Somewhere in Idaho, somewhere, I'm sure. Yeah.
Or like on Yellowstone, they just fucking toss them off that cliff.
Go to the bus stop.
I love that Yellowstone, man. It's starting again. That's one of my
Another
favorite
month.
fucking series.
It didn't come out yet, did it? The
No,
new
it's
one?
No, coming next month.
It's slow rolls, too, so you'll hate it. He hates slow rolls.
Huh.
Will you wait till all the episodes are out, or will you slow roll it?
What are you talking about, Mark?
Yellowstone. I love that fucking show.
The season premiere is a 2-hour show.
Who is the guy? What's his name?
Costner?
Fuck, he's good at acting.
He's good at it, yeah.
I think, what about Rip? That's pretty good, too.
And that daughter of his on that show, she is fucking ruthless.
Oh, she's
I like
brutal.
her.
She's brutal.
I'm hoping Addie's that ruthless as
Yeah.
an attorney.
The guys in my poker group are
Trying to
all-
raise a
all
very
in love with
ruthless
that.
attorney over here.
That's all right. Has she picked a
Doesn't work that way. First year.
No. First year is just. But what? In her
Everything's
mind,
in
what
the
is she-
same class.
I
what does she
decided
wanna
I'm a
do?
solutionist.
I have no fucking clue. No clue. I don't think she does either.
That's cool. Yeah, don't.
She did like working for Brockler. She liked being in the DA's office.
That is kind of weird.
She even liked, she did State Patrol Academy. She liked that. Youth Academy. So maybe law enforcement, or DA's office, but I don't know. Then the other side of her is like, there's no fucking money in that, Dad.
Yeah,
I want to make
yeah.
some fucking scratch.
So she got to go to the dark side.
It's got to be private injury, baby.
This hour from the Trajan Wealth K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com.
Hi, Tom Martino. Let's talk to Erica about a car purchase as well. Erica, what's going on with you?
Yes. So my husband and I, we went to AutoNation and we bought a car last year.
New or used?
Everything is good.
New or used?
Used.
What year? What make? What model?
2015 Ford Taurus.
Okay. From AutoNation. And what's wrong?
So we were good for like 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, the check engine light started going on and off. We went down to schedule an appointment. Schedule an appointment. And the day before, I asked what we needed to do.
Yeah, but hold on. Why did you go back to the dealer? Did you have some kind of warranty?
Yes. So what they had said was, if we go to an AutoNation, they would fix it for like $100. But if it was like an approved vendor, it would be $200.
Let me ask you this, Erica. Did you buy an extended warranty from AutoNation?
No, it was just the basic warranty and then gap insurance.
The basic warranty from AutoNation, not Ford, right?
Yes.
Okay. So they gave. What kind of warranty did you get buying a used car from AutoNation?
It was like a premium warranty. It was
Okay. So what happened? What happened when you took it to get fixed?
They said that they couldn't service the car, so I took it to the Ford, AutoNation Ford.
Did they tell you to take it to Ford?
Yeah.
Okay, then what?
Because then they looked at it, then they said it was the catalytic converter and that it was going to be $4,000.
But that's not covered under warranty, right?
Yes, but as we knew it was covered. So then a little bit later.
So was it covered or not under your warranty, the catalytic converter?
They said it was not.
Okay, but don't cats have don't cats in and of themselves have a separate warranty?
Yeah, that's what Mark and I were just looking up because they've changed it a couple different times, but it's at least a 6-7 year warranty, most of them.
I thought it had to be like 7, but we're looking it up.
Okay, so what happened then, Erica?
So I contacted my salesman just to see what we could figure out.
Well, listen,
you know
it's
what?
pretty.
Hey guys, this is remarkable to me. Ford's emission warranty that covers the CAT converter and electronic emissions control unit and some other stuff is only covered for 40,000 miles or 2 years. How does Ford even stay in business? That's the worst warranty I've heard of.
Okay, so it's not covered under warranty. So, Erica, why did you – I just need to know this. Other than, yeah, I get it. It's a lot of money. But why would you expect AutoNation to pay for it if it's a catalytic converter that could go out at any time and it's not covered by warranty. Is it clearly not covered, or do you think they're lying to you?
I think that it was something that was discussing anything like engine or all of the parts that the issue was going wrong was covered.
I don't. Does anyone get what she's saying?
I think she probably bought more of a powertrain warranty, but I'm gonna give some information to her that I already know I'm gonna get hate mail on, but I could care less. If you take that, you got to have some money. But I'm guessing if you drove up to Wyoming, somewhere around say Laramie or right at the border, you're going to find someone that can put a cat in there for $1,200 or $1,300. So I'm sorry for all you haters out there. It's a fact of life. We have California emissions here, and honestly, you can go have it done in Wyoming, and it's not illegal. So
Let me
go
ask
ahead
you
and
this,
blow
though.
me up.
But hold on. If she takes it to Wyoming and has it done way cheaper, and it's not the California standards, then
She goes
what
by. Well, first of all, she'll pass the emission test. She just goes to a drive-by one and passes it, or for that matter, and we've had this argument 100 times. It's not really an argument, or just bring it to the dyno. How about every vehicle in the world that was bought in Oklahoma or Wyoming, and they move here? When you move here without the California emissions, for Christ's sake, they don't make you go out and get a new cat. No one would ever move here.
How long has California had the California emission standards?
It started the first of this year.
Yeah. Why is it, now I want to know this, why does Jared Polis want to mimic California and everything?
He loves it, doesn't he? Everything's California.
Even the vote.
Yeah.
If the majority of people on a national vote go one way, it doesn't matter what this state votes for. It doesn't matter.
Do you guys remember, just real quick,
Do you understand that? No. Do you understand what I just said?
Yes.
If the majority of people in Colorado vote one way, if the majority of the country go the other way,
I know.
Our
votes don't count.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, well, I mean, but ironically enough, wouldn't that be funny if that backfired on them? And we ended up voting all red because of that? Wouldn't that be insane? I bet they'd change it.
Well, except that I don't believe that there.
So let's say Trump runs in 24 and he gets the majority vote. You're going to tell everybody in Denver they just voted for Trump. Yeah, have fun with that one.
But by the way, look at this is just my observation. Trump will never win.
Wow, you know what? It's like deja vu. I sat right where you are, Kevin, and I heard Tom tell me that about 25 times.
Mark, they could run Putin against Trump, and Putin would win.
That's his running mate.
Well, listen, the first time he ran, people didn't know what he was going to do, and they wanted to change. This time, he has a record.
Doc, listen, both of you, I don't even know.
Hold on. I'm
not
not expressing, first of all, I'm not expressing my personal opinion on who I want, when I want, how I want. I'm saying that I don't think he could possibly win. There's too much hate.
Fair enough. I don't even think he's going to run.
No, but he has a record this time, and people can decide.
But his record's not bad as far as being
No,
president.
all I'm saying is people can decide if they like what he did for 4 years, whereas when he ran in 2016.
Okay, now here we got to go there. What did he do you didn't like, Doc? What did he do? Because he's got a smart-ass mouth?
No, he's not saying
I'm
that.
Not, I'm
He's saying people.
Okay, people, anybody in general, tell me, what did he do you didn't like besides have a smart-ass mouth?
Here's what I like, Mark.
Wait.
Hold on, Mark.
Let me finish. When he ran the first time,
you're not saying anything.
he didn't have a record to run on. Now
you
people,
said that 3 times, Doc. He has a record. We heard
Right.
you. I'm sorry. We heard you. He has a record. Mark understood what you said. He understood what you said. What Mark thinks you're saying is it was a negative record. What you're saying is it's simply a record. I get it.
Right.
I got to be here like in a schoolyard. Now, here's the deal, okay? I know one thing because of Biden's last speech. If people vote Republican, they're anti-American and domestic terrorists.
I know, it's unbelievable. And that goes for all 54 states.
No, you've been spanked. You've been spanked. Now, let's talk about this, though, with Erica. Where does it stand today, Erica?
It's at the AutoNation Ford dealership due to a engine breaking down, and now the tech at Ford is fighting with corporate saying that that's not under a warranty when that one.
Erica, are you saying there is more than the cat wrong with it now?
Yeah, because after we went to the Ford for the catalytic converter, we were like, you know what, let's go to another mechanic. Let's get a second opinion. When we took it, they said that there was a hole in the radiator. And then I verified, I was like, is there anything wrong with the catalytic converter? And they're like, no, the cats are fine.
You know what she should do is bring it over to Kevin and get another opinion.
You know what? You're wasting your time going to a Ford dealer. You shouldn't go to a Ford dealer. There's no need. You're going to spend more money going to a dealer. It's out of warranty. There's no reason to go to a dealer.
And Kevin can look at your warranty, if you did buy an aftermarket warranty, and tell you.
Absolutely.
Now listen. Give your address in Lakewood, Kevin.
7864 West Colfax. It's 3 blocks west of Wadsworth on Colfax.
3 blocks west of Wadsworth on Colfax. Please, please go there, please, and just get a rundown and then call us back and let us know what's wrong. 303-713-8255.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Verdict with Ted Cruz.
The big news over on the west end of town, 6th Avenue eastbound between I-25 and Calumet. All lanes are blocked due to an awful accident involving dozens of vehicles. Stop-and-go traffic back from Sheridan Boulevard. Folks trying to get east into downtown can use 8th Avenue, Alameda, or Colfax. Otherwise, cleaning up around the Denver Metro. I-25 north and southbound, no complaints into or out of downtown. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, high of only 44 degrees today, partly cloudy skies. Freezing temperatures again tonight. Tomorrow, warming back up with a high of 61 in the afternoon, partly cloudy. Sunday, high of 55. The current temperature is 34 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
This is Ben Ferguson. And this is Ted Cruz. Together we do our podcast, Verdict with Ted Cruz, 3 times a week. Want to know what's going on behind closed doors in the Senate, the White House, the courts?
If you do, download Verdict with Ted Cruz on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, people suffer in pain. You hear me talk about CBD, right? That's good for occasional pain and stuff. But what about people who have deteriorating joints and they need stem cell therapy? It's a great alternative to surgery. And stem cell therapy does work in some cases, but which cases are better than others? I have a real stem cell clinic that I trust, a real stem cell clinic that will get you a complimentary consultation on the phone with a stem cell doctor. A real stem cell therapy clinic that if you do have stem cell therapy with them, it's a 3-hour procedure where you get the extraction of the stem cells from you and re-injected in you where needed. Denver Regenerative Medicine. Finally, someone who does it right. 833-STEM-GEN. Call to, schedule your consultation. 833-STEM-GEN or denverregen.com. If you're looking to sell jewelry for some extra cash or just to get rid of it, maybe you don't like what it reminds you of, hint, hint. Hey, David Ellis Jewelry can take that off your hands. He'll give you a fair price, even if it's from a scumbag boyfriend. If it's vintage, antique, estate, jewelry in great shape, he'll give you a great price. If it's junk, mismatched earrings and all that, he'll weigh it and pay it. 3rd Avenue, and it's East 3rd Avenue in Cherry Creek. It's 3rd and Clayton, to be specific. 303-322-8779.
Listen, could Gregory change your life?
I went
thinking about the emissions itself. The roadside stuff is as accurate.
I literally had probably 10 people go, "Oh man, you're going to get them arrested." Arrested? What the fuck are you talking about? There's cats all over this place that are from other states.
I'm the catalytic converter.
Can you imagine that? In order to move to a certain state, you got to replace your cat. That'd be the dumbest fucking thing. Or if you break down once again in Arizona, what do you got to do? I guess you buy a cat there, or tow it. Yeah, it's like what? Okay, let me tow it back to Colorado to get my cat.
A lot of people, that are 30, 60, 90 days out waiting on inventory, put straight pipes in just to be able to drive their car.
I saw one the other day. Literally, I forget what it was. It was a ridiculous car. It was like a 2010 or so Silverado pickup. Fucking cat was gone. It was evident they just extended the tailpipe.
You weren't doing either.
That's what they had to do. You know, they don't have
Where
an
you
extra
didn't
car.
have one before.
Exactly. And he kept saying, well, what do you know?
No, he did not think you were saying
E150.
He thought you were saying he had a bad record.
Why wouldn't you
be
look?
a 350
Because he
motor.
kept asking you.
Yeah, I was saying 150.
If it's an 150, yes. If it's like a 350, no.
If it is a 150, you will.
Yes.
Okay.
If it's a 150, it's probably
A conversion.
it's probably just got a 10.
No, we had one of those years ago. She said they get a van and they show up with, like a Class A. We were going to try to help them out with their tranny, and it's like, this thing's 28 feet long.
I
No,
can't
it's 32.
pick this up, lady.
Askance.
The worst thing is with some of those old people are living in them. It's like, I cannot work on your car if you're living in it. I'm sorry.
We had one. I probably told you this before, man. My tech comes in. It came in for an oil change. My tech comes in and goes, or my GS. He goes, I'm not pulling this in. I'm like, why? He goes, it's disgusting. I said, I can't fucking believe this, and I'm not in the mood. Give me the keys. So I go out. Dude, it was, if you took every old piece of food and anything you could ever imagine and piled the entire car full and then dug out just a little bit to sit, but then you throw in a couple fucking cats in a litter box.
Oh.
I went out there, I apologized to my GS, and I gave the lady her keys. I said, we just can't do this. There's no way. You have fucking things living in there. Oh, it's not worth my $9.95 oil change.
Yeah.
That's what a $9.95 oil change will get you occasionally.
That's the magnet for it. Yep.
Hey, by the way, your fucking brakes are gone. Well, I don't need those.
I told you my guys pulled a van in once and a guy popped out the back door.
What is that?
Pulling it in. He got in. Comes in, sets, starting to set the racks, and the back doors pop open.
And it was a dude.
It was a guy was camping out in it, out in the parking lot.
Oh my God!
And he's like trying to figure out where.
Oh,
the
so
hell.
it wasn't his.
No.
No.
He didn't know where he was. He didn't know what was going on.
I had a crazy.
And the guys are all
At spine1.com.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Garage Magic for your garage floors. Lifetime warranty along the Front Range. They also do sidewalks and aprons and pool decks. GarageMagic.com. Okay, so let's talk. What happens when you buy a car and you feel a warranty should cover it and the warranty doesn't? It happens all. I mean, Kevin, doesn't this happen all the time? What do we do about it? You have to analyze it and look at the warranty. Have you ever had somebody come in and say they say this is not covered? Then you look at it and you look at the warranty and you say it is covered.
Sure. Most of the time it's not. I mean, they'll go internally lubricated parts and they think the alternator is bolted to the motor, so it should be covered. Things of that sort. Yeah.
Rusty wants to talk about LexisNexis. And he got a data breach notice. I'm not sure exactly what this is about. And then, Vicky, we see that you're on there, and we're going to take you about that moving problem. We got to figure out where that lies. I know you're very stressed about it. But, Rusty, tell us about LexisNexis.
Well, about a little after late October, I received a letter in the mail from LexisNexis stating that Colorado state law requires credit reporting agencies to notify them if they've received 8 credit inquiries and or negative information added to their file.
Yeah. Now I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It goes on to say that the negative information could include a criminal or civil proceedings. Well,
yeah, but it doesn't. Many times it's nothing. It really isn't. Now, unless you know of a negative, now you can go and get your report and look at it. But these letters are causing more problems than they're worth. And I'm telling you, and by the way, it's not a data breach. What it is
Well,
is
no,
they...
I was part of Kroger's data breach, FTA data breach, and I received a settlement check here on the 26th of October. But
How
I'm
much?
Going to cash it at
How much?
Kroger,
How much?
$30.25.
Okay, so what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Well, they won't cash it because their Synergy check systems, which I went to Walmart to attempt to cash it, won't cash it because they've been informed by Synergy that I'm a risk management. And upon calling Synergy, I asked the lady, because she wanted me to have the plan administrator call them in order to cash this check. And I said,
wait a minute. What, Rusty, you can't get a check cashed because you're high risk?
Yes.
Dude, you must be so sketchy if they won't cash a $30 check. What happened in your past?
Is it you or is it something that was put on your credit report by mistake?
It could be something that's put on my credit report by mistake. I don't know. But upon calling Synergy and I asked the lady, I said, are you guys affiliated with LexisNexis? And she said, yeah, would you like your credit report?
Did you get your credit report?
I have not got it yet. I had to go online to fill out information on their website to verify my email through an email they sent me to be told that in 2 weeks in the mail I would receive the information to how to access it.
I think you can get it. I think you can get it on.
You can get it free once a week.
Yeah, you can get it free, by the way, electronically too. I don't understand why you're waiting 2 weeks.
Well, and that's what I clicked on their website was to get it electronically, but it had me thought.
Why don't you sign it over to a buddy that's got a checking account?
Well, I mean, I could attempt that too. I just find it kind of odd that they won't acknowledge.
No, but I think Rusty should find out. Rusty should find out why he's listed.
He's got to be in the, forget about the credit report. He's got to be in the banking system somewhere, like too many overdrafts or something.
No, it could be his credit report too, right?
Why, Walmart won't cash it? Walmart doesn't pull a credit report on him.
Somewhere, did you ever bounce a check ever?
Not that I know of.
Hey, if you can't...
I'm in a mood today, but anybody that says not that I know of has probably bounced a check, Tom.
Rusty?
Yes.
See, that's kind of true, because if you ask me that, I would say absolutely not.
I'd say yes, I have.
Now, Rusty, another thing I'm thinking, or Mark, maybe you can answer this. You're saying Walmart doesn't pull a credit report, and I agree. You go to cash a check, sometimes people can't cash a check. So they're looking somewhere. Where are they looking?
Well,
do they share that information?
Oh, I just know this because of my sister-in-law. She, at one point in her life, had so many issues with banks, she could legitimately not get a banking account or a checking account absolutely anywhere. She couldn't cash a check. She was like blacked out from the banking industry.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, what I'm asking is, where do you get blanked out in the banking industry? What database?
I don't know. Maybe it is a LexisNexis database of just banks. Hey, you know what? I will email our banker and ask her.
Okay, let's do that. Let's find out. I'd like to know where Rusty can go to find out why he's blacked out. Then what I'd like to do is then he can go and look for himself. So, Rusty, hang on.
Yes.
We're going to find out where is this record of people who bounce checks. I don't think it's a regular credit report. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Ray says a landlord is not returning a deposit. Joe said he has to buy 4 tires when one is bad. We're going to talk to Kevin about that. Vicky, will her stuff arrive or not? We're going to talk about that with the Florida Mover. All of that after this.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Mark Moss Show podcast.
Big drama over on the west end of town, 6th Avenue eastbound between I-25 and Calumet. All lanes are blocked due to an accident involving dozens of vehicles. Crews are going to be working on this one for the time being. Stopped traffic back from Sheridan Boulevard. Folks heading east to downtown can use 8th, Alameda, or Colfax as alternatives. Otherwise, clearing up throughout the Denver Metro. I-25 north and southbound, no complaints into and out of downtown. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, partly cloudy skies today. Cold this afternoon with a high of only 44 degrees. Tonight, freezing temperatures, a low of 29. Tomorrow, warming up with a high of 61. The current temperature in Denver is 35 degrees. With your impact traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
The world is changing fast, and while the change is scary, it creates massive opportunity, and I will show you what it is. I'm Mark Moss, helping you navigate the decentralized revolution. So listen to The Mark Moss Show on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Think about a business where the owner, the one who's in charge, the one who has the skill, will only take as many decks as he can build himself, or as many houses as he can paint himself, or a mechanic who will only take as many cars as he can do himself because he wants to stay small and give individualized attention. You know, Fuller does that with law. John Fuller, smaller by design. He will only take as many cases as he personally can work. Now, sure, he has assistants and paralegals, but when you call, you don't talk to a call center. You don't talk to people gathering leads where they ferret out just the juicy cases. No, you talk to John Fuller, and if he takes your case, he works your case. You even get his cell phone number. You will notice the difference. That's why I invite you to call. He'll close himself. He will convince you because you're talking to him. And you'll always be talking to him. 303-597-4500. Call and feel the difference. 303-597-4500. myaccidentlawyer.co. It's critical that you keep your furnace running properly to avoid... Okay.
Oh, wait, if you've been denied an account and check systems was used.
Okay.
So you're probably right. This is one of, they
One of,
probably
yeah.
use something like this.
Yeah. So if you have a balance at a bank when you close the account, they send you to
Check
collections. They
systems,
get
and
that
what's the other one called?
So
Early
you can't just go get another account.
Another account, yeah, like, you know, you
services.
okey-doke
So
them.
that's who the
Keep
banks
starting over,
report to. So anyone cashing a check or any company that cashes checks, they run that through those systems and it comes back.
I remember that going through my kid when, goes through a drive-through, to get a burger and stuff. And it's like, well, I figured if the card worked, there was money in there. Like, you don't even log on to see if you got a balance? I mean, so that hamburger cost you, what, $50?
Yeah, easily.
What's wrong with you?
They finally stopped that now.
They did. That was wrong anyway.
It was wrong.
Yeah,
Banks
so
were
basically
really
we
fucking
got an
screwing
all-in-one
people
loan
on that.
for house
You go 5 cents.
and,
What it does now is simply doesn't authorize.
Won't authorize, and that's what it should. If you don't have the money, it shouldn't authorize.
Yeah, or you sign and get a whatever the
overdraft or whatever. Yeah.
I told him, I said, I don't think you can ACH that much because I didn't think so because I couldn't do it a few years ago. That's what.
So how are you going to do the ribs? Are you going to get up at 5 in the morning and get them done and bring them in, or how are you going to do that?
No, I'm not. I have
Right,
not
so
decided that.
we were trying to
I will
figure out
probably
where
cook them the day before, and then I was thinking even further down, how are we going to keep them hot
You're
here?
not going to. I mean, you're going to wrap them as best you can, and they'll be kind of warm because we'll have to eat lunch at 10:30.
Yeah, I don't know how else we do it. There's no,
Yeah.
even an oven here would work, but there isn't one, so
No.
it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
Okay.
But I'm going to do it.
No, they won't be perfect.
Yeah,
I gotta
that's
put
what.
my
Yeah, he was
fucking,
going through all this
I gotta
trouble,
put
and he
my
goes,
finger
"No,
in
Nicole said I
tomorrow,
could."
so-
Then he goes
That's
back and
fucking
reads
nice.
the email and says,
God, I
"Oh,
hope
yeah,
so, man.
There's no limit. So, all right, girl.
I was thinking, what would I pay someone to put that together?
Thing's heavy to
It
flip
just,
around.
it was 4 fucking hours last time I put my last one together.
No, mine was too. Yeah.
My son bought a grill. Well, he's at Walmart, and they were discounting everything in that department not long ago. So he bought this grill that's got to be fucking 8 feet long.
Oh, jeez.
It's got, like, everything and the kitchen sink, legitimately. And then it's got a smoker, and it's propane. It might even be a pellet smoker. It's just the most ridiculous. It's an outdoor kitchen. but it went from $800 down to like 120.
Score.
So he was like, fuck it, man. When I move out, I got the fucking Mac Daddy grill. So he gets home. This fucking thing's sticking out of his Santa Fe 3 feet long. And we go to move it. Holy shit, the fucking thing had to weigh like 1,000 pounds.
A forklift.
I'm like, oh my God, man. When you go to put this together, don't call me. He's going to be there for a month.
You know why I go to Ace Hardware?
Because they assemble them.
And deliver for free.
Home Depot does that.
Do they?
Yeah, they will do
I
that.
didn't
Walmart will do it for bikes.
Yeah. No, but Ace has a huge barbecue section. You know, with all the Traegers and the green eggs and the other one. What is the other pellet smoker?
I love my green egg. It's just, I haven't used it in so long since I got that pellet smoker. I've never had anything you can put this much charcoal.
And I love the flavor of that too, that it adds. But it is a little more work getting it going, you know. But burgers on
iHeartRadio station.
Hi, Tom Martino. Suze has an answer. Where do they keep the data bank of people who have bounced checks so they won't bounce, they become a risk? They're not even allowed to open bank accounts sometimes. Suze, where do you get that information?
So I talked to my banker, and all banks report to two entities, Check Systems and Early Warning Services is what she thought the other one was called. So when you go in to cash a check at King Soopers or wherever, that's the systems they use to run on the person cashing to figure out if they're good
Check
or not.
Systems and what?
Early Warning Services is what she thought the other one was
But
called.
is there a place you can go as a consumer to find out what they're reporting about you?
I didn't know that was a question because I'm always on the phone.
Okay. I'm wondering, what if they reported?
Well, I know the answer to that.
What is that?
Well, Check Systems, you can, it says right here, this is on their website, if you've been denied an account or an issue with the check, and the decision was because of Check Systems, you can request your consumer disclosure report to help you understand what led to this decision. So, and that's right on their website at checksystems.com. Checks with an X.
Oh, that's checksystems.com. Okay. And so it.
But that's the deal. Once you're in one of these systems, like Suzanne was saying, you're done. Yeah. And for him to say he didn't bounce a check or anything, I mean, I guess it's possible, and it was all just a big mistake. But it's not like you bounce one check and you end up in here.
An early warning. So did you look at that one, Mark?
I did not, sir.
All right. Let's talk to Vicki about her move. Vicki?
Hello?
Vicki, but wait, Tom, one thing. I'm sorry, Vicki, as well. For that guy, though, he didn't call up for me to berate him. If it's a legitimate check, I don't mind if he signs it over to me, and I'll give him the $30. So I do want to help the guy still, so that's out there.
No, that's good. That's good. But he needs to figure out
for a small fee. I'm kidding.
How to find out what's going on. So Vicki, verified movers in Florida, a flaky broker, from Colorado to Arizona. She paid a deposit. Now she's concerned about getting her stuff. And we said she should be concerned. Deputy Smarty Pants, I think, has been working on this. Vicki, what's the latest? What's the latest?
Well, I got a call last night from Sam and Sons in New Jersey, who are the movers. They are going to have it, they tell me, at my door today at 4 o'clock.
Okay.
But, when I talked to them on Tuesday, Marty tried to talk to them, too. They wouldn't talk to him. They said they would adjust the fee because it was late. But then
well, you know what? Don't hold your breath. Listen, please be lucky you're getting your stuff, because truly, most of the time people don't even get their stuff. So please, just be happy about that. And let's not talk about reducing a fee right now. But you shouldn't have to pay any extra either. But listen, I'm so happy, though. Deputy Smarty Pants, do you have anything to add to this?
No, I just asked her to call you because she did have the question about how to handle a late fee because they're denying it. So I asked her to call Tom and ask him what he says. So you gave your advice. I agree with you, Tom.
Yeah. I don't think she should
Just let
push it.
sleeping dogs lie, because if she pushes it, maybe they won't even show up. So
Right.
You know,
I'm not going to push it.
All right. Now,
Yeah.
Smarty Pants, don't you think with a lot of these moving companies, they're shocked to hear that a radio station got involved and all that? And don't you think it helps? Even though they're scammers, here's what I believe. I believe that they don't want to bring attention to themselves because of the crackdown the government did recently.
Well, Tom, I can only vouch for the cases I'm working. The ones in Florida are the ones that seem to listen to me because they don't want me bringing them coffee. Right?
All right. Okay.
That's all I mean. These brokers are within 30 minutes of me, both of them, and
All
they're
right.
willing to speak. So the
Smarty,
other guy. Yeah.
Maybe Marty's connected to these moving companies.
We're running short. Hang on, Smarty. Now, Ray, please hang on. If your landlord did not return a deposit, listen carefully, don't hang up. You can get triple the amount in some cases. And Joe, Kevin Calkin from Sheridan Auto Tech will have an answer about buying tires when you need to buy 4 or not. Hang on.
Inflation is skyrocketing.
Well, you actually do with certain all-wheel drive cars. You actually do.
Back in the day, not as much because you didn't have
Not as much.
all-wheel drive.
Yes. Thomas?
You can't have a differential of a certain amount.
Right, but if you have a relatively new tire,
Each car will say it. It'll say
hang
right
on.
in the manual.
that,
Hey,
if
Tom?
other tires have 80,000 miles on them, and
Tom?
you get a new tire,
There's no tires that have 80,000 miles on
It's
them.
not you this time. is
Maybe
it?
a semi-truck.
Some Michelins.
Hey, Tom? Are you guys done with Marty? I don't know. He wants to know.
I think so.
I think Tom and Doc went
Hey,
to the
Suze.
back
All right,
room.
Tom, are you done with Marty?
Suze?
Tom, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Are you done with Marty?
Yeah, unless he has another follow-up.
Okay.
On the check systems, I get that one. Then I wrote down, and then I think you erased it by mistake. Early warning what?
Services.
Okay, thanks.
Sure. Unless you have any other follow-ups, he said he was done.
No, good, thanks.
All right, be good. Bye. Okie doke.
Master list. Okay. Hey, Mark.
Yes, Thomas.
What did you say that the guy has to do to get? Can he correct information with check services? I mean, with the
Check
check
systems?
It doesn't say that. It says he can get a copy of the report, then he'll know why, and then I would assume he'd have to go to that why and get it corrected. They're like anybody. They're just going to be a credit
Just a reporting.
collection. Yeah, a reporting center. But honestly, if it's a real check, I'll give the guy $30. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to go find him. He can meet me at my bank.
Okie doke.
Don't you think that's all right, babe?
Yep.
I'll send you to do it.
I'll Venmo it to him.
Venmo. Well, then how do we get his check? Don't be Venmoing nobody.
Okie doke.
I forbid you to Venmo.
Uh-oh.
I've been mowed twice in the last week.
Yeah, that was a magic, yeah.
You get your ass home and vacuum. We'll just keep it at that. And that deck needs scrubbing.
Jacob Stemple wanted to know why you were in a chick mood today. I said, define chick mood. He says, overly emotional.
Oh, how sexist is Stemple? That's unbelievable. So he's saying women in general
Are overly emotional.
Oh, my God, what a
Yeah.
sexist pig.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Are you offended?
I'm offended on behalf of all women. God. How dare he go after Tom
Well,
like that?
I said it's probably a combo of being up too early in election time.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you vote yet?
No, I told Suzanne I don't trust our fucking post office.
Now he's going to make me go in.
I'm literally going to go vote. I am not. I'm telling you right now. I kid you not. I think our mail person would throw my fucking ballots away.
Put it in a ballot box.
That's what she said, but I'm convinced.
He doesn't trust the election people that count that.
I'm convinced that the Franktown post lady would follow me anywhere to drop off my ballot and fucking steal
Did you
it.
try a black light? Make sure you're not marked or anything. You know.
Oh, he's marked all right.
Fuck.
It'll be over soon. You can breathe again.
God,
I can't wait till we don't see those stupid ads on TV.
I can't believe our president gets up and vilifies more than half the country. It's fucking amazing. He does 1,000 times worse than Trump ever fucking did.
Yeah.
And I don't give a shit what anybody says.
No, he's
all Trump did was sit there and try to fucking unstick the shit they were throwing at him for fucking 4 years. Or fuck that, they're still throwing shit at him.
They'll never stop.
I'll tell you, right after this and he announces he's running, they're going to fucking have a meltdown like you've never seen. You notice no fucking charges on these documents yet. Not a fucking charge yet.
No, they have no intention. They're just, you know.
I'll tell you what he's probably got hiding there is the fucking folder from the FBI on that fucking Biden kid.
Could be.
That's probably what they're looking for, the fucking goods on the kid.
Ooh, I have got somebody pissed.
The
I'm gonna
fucking
try
shenanigans that are going on up there are fucking unbelievable.
413-1411.
All right, deep breath.
He's always been a loose cannon, though, even when he did have a brain.
Kim, this is the Tom Martino Show, and I got your email and can see you're pretty fired up about this whole thing. We'd like to at least try to help or advise in the situation if you have some time for the Tom Martino Show.
I give them, see, this is what drives me crazy.
But do you have a few minutes?
Okay, wait, I got to hear what drives Stock
calls ahead
crazy.
of you.
Cancel checks for
Okay.
January to December of this year.
Oh, yeah, I was going to tell you that. I was like, I know you're really fired up by the number of F-bombs in the email, but if you can
For what?
refrain from those so we don't get in trouble, okay?
Loan approval business.
For you?
Yeah.
Thanks, darling. Hang on.
First of all,
Jesus Christ.
I don't think anybody should use the F-bomb.
22 checks. It's not even
But you're not
November,
just anybody.
Not even, December yet.
Hey, who am I?
Yeah.
Now, this isn't political.
Oh, shut up.
But Biden sucks.
I stopped saying that, by the way.
It's code word for this is going to be extremely
But here's what I
political.
do say. Here's what I do say. I say that it's not my preference or opinion, necessarily.
Yeah.
Hey, Tommy, are you going
Yeah.
to be in Monday with our new endorsement in?
Well, I should. Who is it?
Made in the Shades, Blind.
Oh,
and
for
more.
sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Great
Yeah.
people.
Yes.
I want to meet them too, because I'm going to have to use that.
Doc's looking for a deal.
Absolutely.
I say
It's not
add
a dating
20%.
service.
Add 20%, give us 10.
I really took him for the type that would have no shades on his windows, you know.
Hey, we have 0 shades, and we have a window about the size of that one right there, looking at our shower. I shit you not. You know what I say? If they want to peek,
Right. Well, that'd be Doc's line, too.
I was going to reverse
You wanna
our
look at
peepholes.
this? Go ahead.
Yeah, Doc. How many people do we know, all put together, that have been kicked off of Match.com? I know one.
Shannon's probably been kicked off of it.
Oh,
Only the free ones.
When you pay for something like Match, the chances of them not wanting your money each month
pretty slim.
It's pretty slim pickings. Oh, we're back up. Or going back up.
Oh, damn it. Mm-mm. Why would anybody?
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. This hour brought to you by GenesisTotalExteriors.com. Genesis for all of your exterior needs when the weather permits, and then he'll do your basements, kitchens, and baths when the weather gets a little bad. And, call him for anything. Good, honest contractors. Mark and his crew. GenesisTotalExteriors.com. So, let's talk. This is bad. This is bad. Ray has a landlord, and Joe has tires. Let's take Ray, a landlord not returning a deposit. There are certain times that a landlord could be popped for triple damages. So, Ray, you got to tell us the basic story on your lease. Did your lease address the deposit? Because by law, if it doesn't, the landlord only has 30 days to do it, but the lease can extend that to 60 days. What did your lease say?
Well, thank you for taking my call, Tom. My lease says they have up to 60 days to return the deposit.
Has it been 60 days, Ray?
Yes, it has. It's been.
And did he give you an answer? You just don't like the answer? Or did he just totally, is he silent? Is he ghosting you?
Well, I have to give you a little bit of backstory on that.
Go ahead.
The apartment complex that I lived in has been sold 3 times in the past 4 years. The original lease that I had was with the prior to owner, 2 owners ago. With that being said, when I moved out on September the 1st, the apartment complex was sold to a new owner on September the 8th.
So when did you move out?
September the 1st.
Okay. And you, then there was another owner after that?
That's correct.
Okay. When did the new owner take over?
The new owner took over on September the 8th.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. With that being said, I gave my notice to vacate the 60 days prior as required by my lease. The new owner is saying that they did not have anything in my file saying that I had given my notice to vacate in a timely manner.
Well, okay, how did you give notice, Ray?
A written notice.
Do you have any copy of it?
No, I don't have a copy of it, but I have the confirmation email from the last regional manager who was in town.
Good, and what did that say?
It confirmed that I had given the written notice to
Okay,
vacate,
good.
But according to the new owners, they're saying that they're not accepting that because it doesn't give a date that the regional manager acknowledges that my notice was given.
But you have a date on that email.
Yes, I do.
Is that email dated at least 60 days in advance?
No, the email is dated within the last 2.5, 3 weeks because of me getting the runaround from the new owners saying that I had to contact the old owners. So
the old owner did you a favor and wrote you a letter, and what did it say?
It said that she confirmed the fact that I had given her notice.
Good.
And that
Okay,
she had
so are they
placed it in the
keeping your
file.
deposit, Ray?
Yes.
Okay. How much is your deposit?
It's only $200. But the other main issue is the fact that the new owners are charging me for an additional month's rent, $1,600, because I didn't give the advance notice that they quote unquote required for me.
No,
to
I
move
get
out.
it. I get it. You're caught in a quagmire here. Ray, here's what I would do. First of all, how do they say they're going to collect that from you?
Well, they're threatening to take me to, collections if I don't.
Are you already in a new place?
Yes, I am, but I had to get a new place, which probably cost me another $300 a month. But unfortunately, I need the security deposit because just on Monday of last week, I lost my job. So now I'm living like, I guess, in
What
purgatory
job?
or in a,
What kind of job?
I was working for the city of Boulder, and I was terminated last Monday. I only left 2 days before my birthday. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm just trying to make ends meet until I can get another job so that I can afford the place that I'm in, because it really puts me in an awkward situation just moving into a place and, you know, at
Listen,
$1,400,
here,
$1,500
okay,
and
you need, I don't see how they win this in small claims court, and I would sue for triple the amount. You're due triple the amount. They've already withheld it. You've asked for it. Do you have a formal request asking for it?
a formal request. No, not in writing. But I've been working with the new manager that.
Listen, you need to present the new manager with a letter or email or both saying, I gave notice as evidenced from this letter from the previous owner. It is not my problem if your record keeping doesn't reflect it. I demand my deposit back, or I am suing for treble damages as permitted by law. I would write a letter like that, get it to them, and I would give them only 3 days to return that deposit since it's been so long. And if they don't, I'd go after them for triple the amount. That's what I would do. I don't even screw around. That's what you have to do. And then you have them served. You have them served. The manager, the new manager, whoever is there, you have them served, and you're done. Whatever county it's in, you file with that county. You can get the forms online. But don't screw around. Do it immediately. I am so sick and tired of these people. Now, you know, we could call them, but I have a feeling they're just going to say the same old crap. Well, he didn't give notice, you know, because that's what they're telling you. I say you take charge and don't be slapped around. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, Joe, let's ask Kevin Calkin about all-wheel drive. Kevin Calkin, Sheridan Auto Tech. When you have an all-wheel drive, when do you need to replace all 4 tires?
Well, you need the tires to be similar tread and depth and everything else with an all-wheel drive, because it's constantly adjusting the speed of the tire. So in other words, he's saying if you got one bad one, you got to buy 4, because the tires will actually be going different speeds because they're a half-inch bigger. Like the new one will be a half-inch bigger than the old one, and it'll
well, yeah, but what we're saying, Joe, is what if it's a new? Well, it depends on how old and how worn the tires are.
Exactly.
So, is there a specific differential you can get away with or not? Is there a manual somewhere that tells you that?
Yeah, you know, everybody, I think the standard is a couple of 30 seconds, you know, because the fronts will typically be a little bit shorter than the rears if you don't rotate them right away. So if you keep it within a couple of 30 seconds, you're fine.
Now, Joe, have you rotated these tires?
What kind of car is it, guys?
Hi, guys. Well, I'm actually here trying to help my friend Dan keep from getting ripped off. But
Joe, what kind of a car is it?
It's a 2018 Ford Escape all-wheel drive.
Mm-hmm.
He bought the tires a few months ago. He's got about 20,000 miles on a 45 to 65,000 rated tire.
And then one went bad. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and it was kind of a follow-up thing, too, because he had road hazard coverage, and that's what damaged the one tire.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, if you have to buy 4 tires, that road hazard coverage is useless. You could go get a buy 3, get 1 free.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. You're never going to get road hazard to pay for the other tires. But, Joe, the question is, does he need all new tires? And that has to do with how much is worn. You said there were 20,000 miles on them, right?
Yes.
Has anyone measured the tread from left to right, back to front, or whatever? Where's the bad tire?
Rear driver. Driver rear tire.
The left rear tire.
Okay. If the left rear tire is bad, did you measure that, a new one, compared to the right rear tire?
Probably not unless it's on the paperwork there.
That's what you have to do. I mean, who is recommending all 4 tires?
Big O Tires, which is where we got the tires from. You got the tires from.
Did you already buy them?
No, he bought the original set there.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What kind of tires?
BF Goodrich G-Force Comp 2s.
Okay, what do you think, Kevin?
You know, the hard part is, and what will happen if you do just put one tire on is you will have premature wear in your transfer case. So you have to weigh the benefit to not having to replace a transfer case prematurely to 3 tires.
Can you match just the rear to rear, or do you have to do all 4? Can you just do 2?
You want to keep them all pretty close to the same tread depth.
Okay, so let's measure the tread depth. Did they call them and ask them if they measured the tread depth of a new one compared to the rear one that's on there, and see. And if it's more than 2 seconds, you got a problem.
2 seconds difference between new and remaining tire, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
And then see what happens. Call us back if you have any questions. 303-713-8255. I'm Tom Martino. You're listening to the Troubleshooter Show. RealCBDThatWorks.com. They have pennies on the dollar on some products, just a few bucks for wonderful products on their year-end sale. Plus, you put Tom in the promo code. I still think that 30% off works. We'll see. RealCBDThatWorks.com.
Hey, I'm Steve Ranella. From the rainforests of Alaska to the coast of Hawaii, I follow trails of all kinds with good friends through wild places. This is our land, and this is our season. Stream the premiere of Meat Eater Season 11 exclusively and free of charge at themeateater.com. And while you're there, find incredible deals on some of my favorite hunting gear, from First Light FHF gear and Phelps game calls.
It's a new day because COVID vaccines just got a big update. So all the big stuff coming up this fall? Well, now you can say, you bet I'll be there. Because updated COVID vaccines protect against both the original COVID virus and Omicron. And everyone 5 and older can get one. So this is a moment we've all been waiting for.
Find updated COVID vaccines at vaccines.gov. We can do this. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
You know, if you are going through a rough time, a divorce, a separation in your future, or maybe you're going through something now or you want to modify an agreement you had from years ago, I want to point you to Ashenberg Law. We're so happy to have Jesse Ashenberg on our referral list. He's been practicing more than 20 years now. He's focused on divorce and child custody issues. He prides himself at taking heat, conflict, and anger out of the process to save time and money. He does collaborative law, getting the other side to agree not to file anything and to talk everything out. Divorce, separation, child custody modifications. You can trust Jesse Ashenberg. Call him for a consultation, 720-259-8400, 720-259-8400, FamilyLawPros.com. All right, American Restoration is the place to call if you have a property catastrophe. That could be someone who just died, and you have to clean up. Seriously, that just happened the other day, and we did not hesitate to recommend American Restoration. They also do unattended death of other kinds, and crime and black mold, asbestos, broken pipes, fire, flood, whatever it is. Even if insurance pays, don't let insurance pick the company. Most restoration companies, truly, they're liars, cheaters, and ripoffs. Hate to say it, it's true. They're glorified carpet cleaners. What you need is a true restoration company with the EPA certifications, knowledge, and know-how to do the job right. American Restoration 24/7. The number 8337-AMREST, 8337-AMREST, and online, amrest247.com. The art of granite. That's Mitch Floria and his team. The Art of Granite will give you a price on the phone because they're proud of what they do. Wholesale on all materials, and they can do cabinets as well. Also, you get any natural stone. They're direct stone importers or man-made material. They tear out haul-away free. They do the bathroom free when you do the kitchen. Get your price, 303-386-5919, theartofgranite.com.
Well, I'm a orthopedic surgeon.
200 plus bonus at that store.
You already
So
running
maybe
the phone
300. It's fucking crazy. Right now,
Yeah, but
he's...
how many employees?
Oh, probably more than that. It's
All
the
right,
busiest store
okay,
in the
let me see
state.
here.
It's they
Troubleshooter
call it
Show,
the
what's your first
DIA,
name?
even though it's not really near DIA. But it's in Aurora. It's not the one
Troubleshooter
off
Show,
of,
what's your first name?
225. It's the other side, kind of like Green Valley, I guess.
What's going on?
But he's
Mike?
at
There's some of them are nuts. I used to stop at one in Commerce City up like 270.
Yeah.
When I lived down south, because I'd go that way to get
Good
home.
morning,
I'd
KOA
swing by there.
Troubleshooter Show.
There's
Did you want to
people
talk to the
lined up
guys?
with, like,
Yeah.
shopping carts completely.
Martino folks?
So-
Hi, hey,
so
did you
he'll
want to talk
do
to Tom and the gang?
70. I think salary
Well,
75.
I think, Mike, you
They
might have
gave
missed
him,
it.
I
He
think 10K
needs
to
one
move
tire,
over
but
to
was
this
told he
store.
needs four
So
because
that'd
of
be another
all-wheel
85
drive.
this year. And then his bonus
Oh, okay.
is going to be, they don't know the exact numbers yet, but his bonus is going to come in at over 20. And so, but like I said, it's his next level is where he's just, you just start banking like fucking mad. But I try to tell people this.
You like it?
He loves it.
Good.
He loves the
Well,
management.
I get what
He
you're
just,
saying.
It's
What is
so
that
funny.
place
He
called
really
again?
just doesn't.
Park back at
He's a very good manager. I don't know how else to put it. He can
3
motivate,
whatever that is
but he's
behind
also
Okay.
pretty
I'll
fucking
look that
strict.
up. All right, Mike.
So,
No, it's cool. Some people can't.
yeah.
But there are,
Fieldhouse,
you know.
period. Or if the garage
fault.
door is
I mean, it's
open,
just-
just pull right
isn't
into
true.
the field house.
No, it
That's
can be
all.
really
It's like
brutal.
herding kittens sometimes.
What's funny is he's to the point now where he's in
Wait,
this,
man,
it's
I'm
kind
gonna
of
see
a
if I
leads
can't
group.
track him
There's
down. Thank you
only
so
like 4 or
much.
5 of them in
Sorry, the
Colorado
voice
that
recognition.
get drawn into these
Voice
national
recognition.
Yeah, I
things.
didn't
They
know that
come
was
out
out
here
there.
once every
Okay,
6
thank
months.
you. You
Major-
drive
Might even
careful
be
out there,
quarterly,
mister.
but what they really teach them in there
Bye.
is not just it's the management,
With
but as
Tom
you
Martino,
move up,
she was talking in-
you're managing the managers.
sorry.
Oh, don't
So
be sorry.
it truly is all
My
about
fault for using
management,
voice
but it's
recognition.
you're not talking about telling people what to stock anymore. You're teaching people
But I was
how
trying
to
to leave a
do
text
that
for
job you
somebody.
just had.
Voice recognition picked you up, and so what I sent to them didn't make any sense about where to park today. Kind of funny.
What's your favorite? Do you watch college football at all, Kevin?
I don't, I'm working a lot of Saturdays. I go in and do paperwork and stuff on Saturdays. But, yeah, I don't know. Sports, the college I enjoy more than the pros.
I like the
I'm
big
bummed that
games.
CU is so poor. You want to support local.
They're so bad, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
We saw 2 Air Force games this year. That was fun.
Air Force is cool.
Yeah, we'd never been out there before. It's right down the
that's-
damn road.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and
Once you're
30
in it,
years.
And you're in it, I mean, the views from where they are.
Gorgeous.
Oh, man.
And the parking's
Your neighborhood paint store since 1899.
Denver's talk station. Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. So, anyway, on the all-wheel drive car, most of the time, are you saying, Kevin, even with the 230 seconds, it could still cause wear if it's not exact?
It does, because the way the T-case works is it applies and releases pressure to try to maintain the speed all the same. So you'll actually have one wheel where the clutches inside are slipping a little bit to try to maintain that, and that's where the wear comes from.
So even if you keep it with your within the 230 seconds, it will still cause
You're
wear.
still having some issues, but it when you go to the extreme, when you have 3 half tires and 1 new one, it'll wear it out quicker.
Hey, Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a gentleman call. I don't know if this is good or not, but he said a place called Go Green Tires, that if he sometimes has used tires that'll match the tread of the rest of your tires.
Cool.
and you can get a tire for like $50.
You know, that's a great idea. Buy another used tire that matches.
Sure. Yeah, he was just bummed, I think, because the road hazard would pay for the tire, but only one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joanne, what's going on with you, Joanne? Welcome to the show.
Oh, hi, Tom. I have two questions about my condo, my condominium.
Yeah.
The first question I have is that I've been renting it out, and for like there's a rule, I think the last 2 of 5 years it has to be your principal residence.
The last 2 of 5, that's right.
Yeah, and so if
Or excuse me, 2. I'm sorry, not the last 2. 2 of the last 5. Yes.
Yeah, so it could be any time during that 5-year period. And if I don't have that 2 of 5 years, then it would be considered a short-term gain, and I would have to pay 20% of the gain.
I believe that if you lived in it, now this is how it used to be. If you lived in it 1 of the last 5, you get 50% of that.
Okay.
Now I believe that's a graduated according to how much you lived in it. But I might be wrong. It might have changed, but it used to be that way.
I don't think by any means, and you might have not been using the right words, but you said a long-term gain. I don't think it would be. I think it would be a long-term, not a short-term, if you've owned the property for 5 years.
Yeah, it's just that
if you wait. If you own the property and did not live in it,
it would be a long-term gain.
It would be that 15 plus or 20 plus 5 state or something like that. Yeah.
Well, whatever I'm saying, it wouldn't be a short-term gain. It would be a long-term gain. Is all I'm saying.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
But so really though, you need to check with an accountant. But I think that's safe to say. Have you lived in it 2 years?
Not yet. I've lived in it for 1 of the last 5 years. I had it rented out for 4 years, and so that's why I got to.
What do you think? We should ask our accountant someday, Eric or Mallory. But what do you think, Tom, the tracking method would be to that? How would they possibly know anything? I mean, honestly,
that's the thing.
And I'm not alluding to lying. I'm just saying, how do they track it?
They don't, Mark. I mean, if you get audited, you're screwed.
Yeah. I think I rented it out through a rental place, so they did taxes for me, so I'd have to show them the taxes, and they would see that I would have it rented out.
Oh, they'd see the income.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So then I would just have to stay another 11 months in order to get that 2 of 5 year thing.
But look at it this way too. How much tax are you talking about? I mean, how much? Like literally, let's say 15% of what? How much equity? How much?
In other words, not equity, but how much profit will you make?
I probably about $200,000 when I would sell it, because I bought it a long time ago, really inexpensive, and so it's gained quite a bit.
Well, and then Tom, like he said, if you were there 1 year, 50%, that'd be $100,000. So is it worth $15,000 out of the proceeds and have the money now? That's up to you.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any names of accountants I can call?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Okay.
Suzanne will give them to you.
Yeah, but in short, Mark, the names Atlas CPAs. Atlas is one firm,
and Smith and Lavelle.
And Smith and Lavelle, they're on a referral list, referralist.com. But Suze will get you the contact information.
She also has a second question, Tom.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your second question?
I had a leak in my bathroom, and I have my condominium. We have 4 bathrooms in a clump. And so first I thought it was my next door neighbor because it's on the ground. And I asked her, and she said no. And then I went to my management, and they said, well, we'll make sure it's not you. And the one guy said, we're going to have to cut open the wall. So I called a plumbing company, and they cut open the whole wall, and they kind of cut into everything and kind of made me have to do a whole new bathroom. And then he said it was probably coming from above, and the guy checked, and it wasn't coming from above. And so then I called another plumber, and they came in and reset my toilet and everything, did my flange. And so this is all kind of come out.
Well, where did you ever find out where the water was coming from?
Yes, it's coming from my next door neighbor, and which I thought at the very beginning, and she didn't realize. I can see why she didn't realize it's coming from her shower basin, and it's coming in. She probably wouldn't even realize it. And I don't know if I should.
Well, hold on. Well, here, hold on, Joanne. This is what you do. Do you have renter's insurance?
I did. Well, I didn't have renters.
Well, were you? Hold on. Was this the condo you were renting out?
Yes.
Okay.
And I moved back. It's been for a year, and then I discovered that this is a wet spot, and then this has been.
Joanne, your insurance comes first for that damage. That damage.
Yeah, I did. I called them, and they don't cover it because it's a slow leak. So I had to figure it out all myself.
You know what, Joanne? That's not true. If it's someone else that caused that damage to you, they do cover the water damage. They cover the damage, not the leak. If it's someone who did it to you, if it's not yours, then they go and subrogate against the neighbor. But you can also go after the neighbor. However, there's no negligence there. Unless the neighbor did something intentional. I don't think this is just the unfortunate risk of owning property. So
even if they weren't negligent, I mean, they should still be paying for the damage because it was their pipe leaking.
Yes, it was. Joanne discovered it. Yeah. Now, are they fixing their leak? That's what I want to know. That's the most important thing.
Well, we found out it was coming from the shower basin, which is really old. And now they stopped using that bathroom. They're using another bathroom that they have.
Yeah, but you can't fix your wall until she does something. I mean, you need to compel her to fix it. Yes, I would sue her for the cost of all that. Yes, I would. Yeah, but you may lose. You may lose.
Okay.
You can. Well, how much was it? If it's under $7,500, you can do the small claims court.
Yeah, it was about. It was. I paid to do the bathroom. It was like $6,500.
You're not gonna get a new bathroom for this.
I just had to do the wall because the guy had to tear apart the wall to see where the leak was coming.
You can do the wall, but if you put in new stuff, I mean, there's going to be. You have to account for your damages.
The wall, fixing the drywall is not going to cost that much.
What did you do for $6,500?
Well, the guy came in, he tore apart the wall, and then he also tore apart the part where there was tile in the shower bath.
Okay.
And I tried to get people to fix the wall, and nobody would fix the wall, and so I had to call like Dino's, and they did a great job. And they came in and they said that we're not going to just do wall, we're going to have to do the whole thing. And so I got just to do the whole wall around it for $6,500.
All right. So listen, Mr. Dino's, you said.
Yes, they're very, very good. Mm-hmm.
No, I know they're good people. I know him. I've known him for years.
It sounds like they did a new bath then.
They did a new shower enclosure.
Did the wall. They did. They just did the wall around my bathtub.
Yeah, that's not excessive. Listen, here's what I would do. I would go for the whole thing. Let her try to get it down, chip it down. I would go for the whole thing. But yes, I would use small claims court. However, you may lose if she's smart enough to say, Your Honor, this is as things happen. It's not negligence, blah, blah, blah. You can say it was lack of maintenance because it wasn't caulked properly, whatever.
The other thing that might happen is when you literally sue her for the $6,500, she gets her insurance company involved, and maybe they'll pay out.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You should ask her first. Did you just ask her first?
Oh, should I just go ask her, say, I've got this problem, can your insurance company cover me?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm shocked.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would do. 303-713-8255. More coming up.
This hour from the Trajan Wealth K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by News Nation.
Good news for drivers over on the west end of town. 6th Avenue eastbound between I-25 and Calumet has been reopened after a nasty accident had blocked all lanes for most of this morning. Looks like we're seeing back to normal speeds into and out of the downtown area. And otherwise a pretty easy drive about town. I-25 north and southbound, no complaints into and out of the downtown area. Box 31 pinpoint weather, partly cloudy skies as we head towards the noon hour. High of only 44 degrees this afternoon. Freezing temperatures tonight with a low of 29. Tomorrow partly cloudy but warming back up with a high of 61. The current temperature in Denver is 36 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Chris Cuomo is back with a new show on a new network. Catch Cuomo weeknights on News Nation at 6 and 9 p.m. Mountain. To find News Nation on your television provider, go to newsnationnow.com/join us.
Fix It 24/7 has all kinds of options for you if you're looking for a new furnace or if you want to find out how your furnace is doing. Why don't you get the $39 clean and check, and I'm telling you, extreme clean. It's almost like a refurbishment. They take it apart to the extent they can and look at each and everything, adjust it, and give you a no breakdown guarantee. And if you do find a problem, it's early enough in the season, you can handle it, and they have great financing at Fix It 24/7, fixmyhome.com. People you can trust. I trust them in my home. 720-526-3939, 720-526-3939. You know who else I trust? A sponsor of this show, Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. You know, these people I use for my retirement planning and execution. They're helping me create income for life. They're also helping me when it comes to really understanding retirement and what it means. You know, the earlier you get involved with them, the better. They will help you. And you get a free consultation to talk about your income, investments, taxes, healthcare, legacy. They are fiduciary, which means they have a legal obligation to do what's best for you, and they always are doing that. Low fees, trusted family-owned and operated approach, 970-663-3211. They'll meet with you as many times as it takes for you to feel totally comfortable with everything they do. I love meeting with them, and they come to you. Their website, rpcenter.com, 970-663-3211.
Hi, I'm Jeff Jr.
And
Like a cargo.
we've always wondered, like, does she not work or what's her
What's
deal?
she always running around for? Like,
house, probably,
you
yeah.
That's
know,
what she, we just put it all
going around
together.
smoking pot behind her parents' back. What's going on? Because we weren't sure of her age because we've never been up close.
Yeah, and she looks like, she looks country, right? I mean, that's the way to put it.
Critter lover, so yeah.
That's what matters more than anything.
Yeah.
But it's so weird just seeing her all the time, and it's like, I just always wondered, like, where is she going? What is she doing? Would she be on that electric bike, almost like a kid that got his first mini bike?
Oh, yeah, just cruising.
But for years.
Yeah. Because that, you know, since she got these two dogs, we have the same issue, you know, trying to figure out.
Kim, we got one comment, and then you should be next.
We could bring the little one to some places, but it becomes, if you go on vacation to a hotel, it's a total pain in the ass if you have dogs.
Yeah.
There's no purpose in doing it. But when we take the bus, it doesn't matter. We always bring the dogs.
Sure.
They do great.
Well, these guys are still pretty young, about a year and a half, so they're.
That's how ours
I mean,
are.
they're housebroke, everything else like that, but they get a little crazy sometimes.
Yeah. We got ours during COVID, so they're pretty well trained.
Yeah.
Well, the German Shepherd is. The Aussie, it don't matter. She's good.
Yeah. They're just high energy. I had two of those when I lived out in Elizabeth.
God.
But I had 5 acres.
Yeah.
You know.
They just
And
run.
it was fenced. You know.
That's what we have, and they fucking run like crazy.
Yep.
And there's
So,
dogs
Mark,
that
I
chew
got-
the fence lines.
Mark, I got a notice about a Tesla
About what,
recall.
Tom?
A Tesla recall. Did you get it?
Yeah, on the window.
No, a rear. No, I got to look at it. It's some kind of recall, and it says all makes and models.
It's probably just software though.
No, I'll show you. Hold on.
Have you
I mean,
tried karaoke yet?
What?
No.
You know the
Oh,
karaoke
no.
in the car. I'm
No.
dying to try it.
You know, for the life of me, I can't
That was my
understand why you can't
gazillion-dollar
watch
idea.
a video.
Here it is, Mark. It is seat belt buckle anchor incorrectly assembled.
Yikes.
And it says it's on most makes and models.
But ours was just made in September. Ours literally was manufactured in August or September, it said. So I wonder if we would be outside of that recall.
No, wait a minute. This is 2017 to 22. Yours is a 23, right?
22.
Okay. Oh, never mind. It's most Model 3s. Never mind. It's not. It doesn't involve you.
Good.
Where do you go for Tesla?
Most, like 90% of the recalls
Broadway.
are software
I know, but the
updates.
ones that aren't, where do you-
Littleton.
South Broadway.
What was it? The old Burt Chevrolet?
Whatever. No, I don't think that was it.
I
What
think
was it, though?
I think it was Burt Chevrolet. Yep.
Was that Burt?
Yep. I'm almost positive. The original car auto help center. Remember?
I didn't recognize. Yeah, I didn't recognize that as Burt.
That's the old Burt. Now I don't know if they tore Burt down, but that was Burt right there. Burt Chevy.
Huh.
So this karaoke, did it show you the lyrics?
Yeah, it's karaoke. You can like sing along and.
Well, that's what made me talk about the video. Why in the fuck I can't watch a video?
Hey, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Don't forget your Compass Insurance checkup. Free, unbiased look at all of your insurance and what you're paying to make sure you're not underinsured, to make sure you're not paying too much. 303-996-9000. Truly, get that done. Now, Paula says an alternative on an all-wheel drive tire call. So here's what happened. We had a call. A guy said, I have one tire bad, and they say I need all four tires. Uncle Kevin says, Sheridan Auto Tech, you know what? If it's more than 230 seconds, you probably do. If there's more of a difference from the new to what you have. And then Sue said there's another place that sells tires used. Maybe you find one that matches and save some money. Paula, what did you want to add to it?
So I had a similar situation and went online and did some research because I didn't understand why you had to get four tires. And I tracked down a process called shaving. So there's a company called Tire Track or Tire Rack, and they sell tires. And I think they're owned by Discount Tire. But they have a process where they take a new tire and you measure your old tire, and then they shave it. So they do.
What a great idea! It's a great idea if it works.
Yeah, it works.
Now, of course,
that's.
And I think it's a great idea. Kevin, have you ever heard of that?
I have. I mean, it makes sense, but I've never seen it. No.
How would you do it?
Just a blade. I mean, on a lathe type thing, and you shave it down.
They probably, mount the wheel on this machine that and it spins, and then they have this blade come in and take off just a tiny, tiny sliver,
or more, maybe even just like a sandpaper.
Yeah.
No, it's perfect. You can see a video, and the guy that does it, he's an older guy, and he's been doing it for 30 years.
Oh, my God. This is a good one, Paula, because very seldom, seriously, do we hear of something brand. I've never heard of it before. What a great idea. So what is it called?
It's called tire shaving.
Tire
shaving. Yes. And then I had a problem with another tire. And I have a friend who's a mechanic, and pretty good mechanic, and he said, get a used tire. So I went to one of the used tire guys, I think it's on Havana, got a similar tire, and because it was a weekend, and I didn't have time to do the tire shaving thing. And he said, make sure you put it on the right rear, because that's as far away from your front wheel. Your all-wheel drive function is in your right front tire. So
I don't know what that means. Do you know what he means, Kev?
Every car's different, though.
Yeah, every car's going to be different. But, yeah, it's still the end result is if there's too big a difference, there's going to be an issue.
But, Paula, thank you very much for that shaving thing. Let's go to Kim real quick. Kim, I hear that you are really upset about something. What's going on, Kim?
Hi there. So, yes, I'm a dirty, rotten scoundrel. My car got repossessed.
Okay.
And it took me a good 3+ weeks to redeem it. I was able to get them to put the $475 repossession fee on the back end of my loan, and so it only cost me about $1,100 to get my car back. It was everything I had. That and the car insurance was everything I had. And I got my car back, and the windshield was broken. And
okay. Now, wait. Do you feel that they broke your windshield?
Yes. The mirror. I forgot to put that in an email. The rear view mirror was in the back seat.
Wait a minute. Wow. Wait a minute. Are you telling me that the whole
windshield was smashed in?
No, there's just I sent you a picture. There's just a crack going one way and a crack going the other. But it's right by the rearview mirror, and they had ripped that down. So the rearview mirror was in the back seat. The windshield was cracked. Today we went to put windshield washer fluid in and discovered that I think it's the prop, the thing that holds the hood up.
Yeah.
Is stuck underneath the cable on my battery.
Wait a minute. How'd they do all that? Wait,
who? The battery to get the prop out.
And how much is all this damage costing?
No, it can't cost anything. I don't have any money.
No, I mean, how much is it going to cost to fix? Okay, I still don't have a price. How much is it going to cost you?
What, a windshield is what, $400?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking, what kind of car do you have? How much is it? Sometimes they're $2,000. Huh?
It's a 2012 Honda Accord.
Okay, and you need a windshield plus, when you say the rear view mirror, do you mean the one that was attached to the car on the outside or the one on the inside of the windshield?
The one on the inside is got this like clip-in thing, and they had pulled it down.
All right, so that needs to be replaced, and then you said something with the hood. What's wrong with the hood?
Well, it's easy enough to fix, but had I not caught it, it could have shorted out the entire car. The hood prop is stuck under the, what's it called?
I know, but is it still stuck, or did someone unstick it for you?
I'm about to have to go unstick it. It was in the middle of the snow.
All right, hold on, Paula. Where's your car right now? Is it home?
Yep.
All right, hold on. I'm Tom Martino. More coming up.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Denver Museum of Nature and Science.
Good news for drivers over on the west end of town. 6th Avenue eastbound between I-25 and Calumet has been reopened after a nasty accident had blocked all lanes for most of this morning. Looks like we're seeing back to normal speeds into and out of the downtown area. And otherwise a pretty easy drive about town. I-25 north and southbound, no complaints into and out of the downtown area. Box 31, pinpoint weather, partly cloudy skies as we head towards the noon hour. High of only 44 degrees this afternoon. Freezing temperatures tonight with a low of 29. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, but warming back up with a high of 61. The current temperature in Denver is 36 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Buckle your seatbelts. You're going to space. The exhibition Apollo, When We Went to the Moon, takes you back to the space race in 1969. The U.S. makes history with mankind's first landing on the moon. The exhibition is now open at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science.
70,000 smackers. That's what Matt with Paragon Services got me. I had hail damage to my roof. My insurance company came out. They said, you don't have any hail insurance, or you don't have any hail damage. Guess what? I got Matt involved. He met him out there at my house, got me a check for $70,000. You got any problem with your homeowners or a commercial policy that you need help with, call Matt. He'll give you free advice. He'll help you out, 719-726-0020, or check him out at referralist.com.
Pam Anderson, former Jeffco clerk, is a nationally recognized elections expert and was featured on the cover of Time magazine.
It's quite all right.
This tire shaving was popular in the 60s with hot rods, with bias ply tires, because bias ply are never flat.
They're round.
They're round. So
Hi, this message is for Steve. It's the Tom Martino Show.
I didn't know
got your email regarding
that's crazy.
car being
older
hid in a
technology
parking lot.
that they're using
We'd like to get you
now,
on the show to tell Tom
to
about
shave
it,
a
to see how
couple
we can
30
advise
seconds
in
off
this.
a tire.
Please
and he's
give
right.
us a call back,
Tire Rack, you
303
can order a
Martino,
tire
303-627-8466.
that
We're live
tread
10 to
depth.
2. Also, I will shoot
for
you
an
an
extra
email as
50
well in
bucks
case you
or
need to
something.
That's actually not a bad deal. And Tire Rack's legit.
Yeah, yeah. Unless you can find an old hot rod shop that has the the equipment.
Yeah, but even $50, that's cheap, man. And it's not just the 30 seconds, though. You can't get
Troubleshooter
you
show
can't go
before.
find a used tire with a different tread pattern because that'll fuck shit up
You get
too.
different traction pulling and stuff, yeah.
I figured out the old guy in the news.
$50.
Oh.
The what?
Who is it?
It would have been Rice.
Oh.
What would have been Rice?
The guy you thought was Pat Woodard yelling at Brenda.
We were talking about.
Did you? Yeah.
I was telling him about the drama.
I didn't hear it. You'd said about it.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. I have never seen the newsroom yelling at each other ever.
Really?
Why are you telling him what to put? And she's like, because I'm the chief editor.
Yeah.
That was a good answer.
Well, so you were never out there when Stefan used to make her cry.
No, but why wouldn't she want to use the word? It was all over this. Law enforcement. She was saying, don't use law enforcement. No one uses that.
Right, whatever.
Yeah, but why? I mean, I hear law enforcement all the time.
Technically, she hears voices.
Oh.
So we're just going to go with, yeah, okay. Normally what you do in that case is go, okay, no problem, and then do what you want.
Yeah.
I was telling somebody today that a university could probably get a government grant if they wanted to come here and study us psychologically.
Yeah?
It's a mess.
Well, with the exception of me, brother.
Right. Oh, my God.
Let me tell you something, man.
You are the hood ornament on
I
this
have a
freaking
letter
monster.
from my shrink saying I'm sane.
Tell him again,
Hey,
Shannon.
no, listen.
I got a fucking letter.
He just said you were the hood ornament of this monster of a outfit.
On this monster truck.
Yeah.
No, I've done the same thing where I go in and I'm brutally honest about the horrible things that are going on in my head, and the shrink will say, here's my favorite, Mark, and I'm not kidding. The shrink says, oh, you don't have any problems. I have a couple that comes in here with their sexual frustrations. It's a brother and sister couple. I'm like, no, I didn't need that. Now add that to my mental issues. Thank you.
Ugh.
Brother and sister.
Yeah.
It's kind of, by the way, ever since it's made Thanksgiving kind of awkward.
That would make Thanksgiving awkward.
Pass the gravy, baby.
Okay, where the fuck are these commercials? Hey, Tom. Yeah. Send me the Integra 30s again, please. What happened? Oh, wait. I have them. I just found them.
Troubleshooter show. I'm sorry to keep you waiting.
No, resend me the new ones. The ones you just sent me, send them again. I can't fucking find them to save my life. I know you sent them too. They're fucking gone. You know what? I'm starting to sound like you. I'm going to fucking look one more place. Hold on. Because, I mean, they can't just be gone, right? That's impossible. Or you didn't send them.
KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So, usually when they tow a car, they're going to take a picture of it. But maybe they'll say they don't have pictures if they, damage the car. See, that's the thing. What would prevent a company from saying, we don't have pictures, and they really do? They use the pictures only when it helps them.
Wait a second. Wait, Tom. I don't know if the law applies, but the new towing laws, you have to take a picture. You have no choice, and those went into effect. I don't know if that's the case with a repo, though.
That's interesting. You're right. That is a tow, but it's a repo tow. So, Kim, how'd you get your car home? Let's go there. How'd you get it home?
I paid the finance company and I tracked down the car and had to make an appointment, which took a week.
No, I don't need that. I need to know. No, Kim, please. I need to know, how did the car physically get home with all that damage?
It drove.
Okay. So you were able to drive it still.
Yes.
Okay.
No,
Now
well,
you need.
It doesn't have a plate. They gave me this piece of paper just to show an officer if I ever got pulled over, until I got my license plates back, and show it like I.
Tell me why. Tell me why you didn't have license plates on it.
Because they took the plates.
Oh, okay.
And
So
got parking pass.
So right now your car is at home. You need a windshield, and you need something done with up underneath the hood.
Right. It's a quick fix. I'm not really wanting to. It's not about a bunch of money. It's about the runaround and the impossibility of it, and just because.
Who towed it? What's the name of the tow company?
Top Dog Asset Recovery. Top DAWG.
No, we got it. Yeah,
Recovery.
I've heard of them. And did you talk to them?
Yeah.
And what do they say?
$25 storage fee I had to pay before I could get my belongings.
No, I need to know, what did they say about the damage?
I was told I needed to call on Monday to speak with the owner. And he actually called me while I was on hold with you, and I gave him your phone number.
Okay. Why don't we have someone work on this? Deputy Doc. Doc. Kim, I'm going to have Deputy Doc call you off the air. He's one of our people here, and he's going to investigate this and see if they have a photo when they picked it up or whatever. But listen, if they did damage, they're not supposed to do damage. Even if they're repossessing it, they're not supposed to do damage. And that's Top Dog, DAWG. We're going to call them for you and see what they say. But really, we'll look at it. And I'm not sure what's going on under the hood or if they had anything to do with that. That part I don't know. But stick around. We'll get your information. Hold on.
Ah, you waited too long to sell your...
Get some calls.
Okay, so this is... Pretty straightforward. Yeah. I mean, either they did it or they didn't. There's a place supposedly, I don't know who it is, and they do a pizza bowl. It's like a pizza without the crust.
Didn't you? I think you bought one of those home a while back, didn't you?
I don't remember. I do know that they have,
Guess so. 413.
Pizza bowl without, a pizza without a crust is lasagna.
No, Doc.
What?
Pizza doesn't have noodles.
It's 2 martinis. It's 30 Martinos. Come on down. I'm Megalodon. Oh, for me, I take it to the abortion clinic. I'm driving. Oh, you buy, you buy, I fly. The other way around. You buy. Yeah, no, that's it.
Hi, this is the Tom Martino show. I was looking for Amanda.
The hug and kiss?
Well, she just emailed us about this duct cleaning issue she had. So we were looking to try to help or see if she wanted to come on and talk to Tom to get some help or advice on it. That's all. Should I email her? She sent her email as well. Sure.
Hey, did you guys order pizza?
No.
Why not?
Hi, Amanda. This is Tom Martino show. We got your email on. Are they called Outstanding Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning? Is that that's the company name?
We're eating
Okay, so got your email on it. I'm not sure if you were looking to get
Anthony's
with it or if you just wanted to get the word
double,
out about
triple,
it. But I
extra
was reaching
cheese
out to see if
pepperoni
we could come
sausage.
together. If you wanted to come on the show via telephone and tell Tom about it, or were you just emailing to sort of just get it out there, or what? Okay.
You
Okay.
mean this? Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
What?
I understand. Well, then I'll share this with Tom and let
It's
him know.
got, this thing's got more cheese than a lasagna.
Okay.
Hold on.
And then
hold
in the
on.
future, if you need help
gotta
with anything
figure
or
out.
whatever, you know.
Do you
how
have
to
the
reach us.
camera?
Well, we keep the
Most
pizza.
welcome. You have a nice weekend.
We keep the pizza in the other room.
You mean this?
We don't want people seeing it.
Can you see my camera?
Hold on, I'm looking. Not, I don't see anything yet.
Are you on YouTube?
I'm looking right now, but there's a delay. I see a very handsome man wearing a blue shirt. Oh, wait, that's me. I don't see you. Hey, Suzanne, would you say I am the most handsome man in the world?
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
now I see you, Pops. I don't see any food, though. Oh, I do see. You do got Anthony's Pizza. Or is that from yesterday? No. There's no way you and Doc ate. Okay, open it up. Open that box up. I call bullshit. Why? I call bullshit. Open that up. I bet you can't show me any pizza in that box.
Hi, Darren. This is the Tom Martino Show. Got your email regarding Up Railroad hiring non-union companies with. I got your email on it. I don't know if you want to come on and talk about this with Tom, see what he thinks about it, get the word out, see what other listeners think. We're live Monday through Friday, 10 to 2, 303 Martino, 303-627-8466. Let me know if you want to come on the air, man.
Tom's BSing about pizza.
Look at the camera.
Okay, I'm looking. I'm going back to it now. 3/4 of the pizza going home with Doc. Was there pizza in there, MR? I still don't see it. I'm pretty sure Tom gets Anthony's Pizza every day. How did you and Doc eat that much pizza? That's incredible. That's just incredible. Phenomenal. It's outrageous. Wow. Yeah, this one's gone.
I got that propane tank one solved.
Oh, what was the gig?
I just reached out to media relations. They just said we will get this resolved right away.
Oh, good.
So I'm a solutionist.
You are a solutionist. You know, I coined that phrase years ago. Solutionist.
Oh, this is Ordine.
Okie dokie.
Hello, this is Suzanne. Hi, Ordine. How are you doing? I am sorry to hear that. What, did you retire or what?
Oh, my God. Does Pepsi suck?
Is it really that different?
Oh, my God.
What's different about it?
I don't know, and I happen to have these, and I ran out of the other stuff. I don't know, it just sucks. It's totally different.
How about New Coke? Do you like New Coke?
I don't even know if that's still out.
I don't know. I think they canceled it. It was like a big debacle.
Talk Station has your chance to win $1,000.
Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website.
Bills. That's bills.
Enter it now
At KHOW.com. Inflation Salvation on 630 KHOW.
news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hello, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. This hour brought to you by SentryRV.com. Sentry RV, new and used RVs, oh, wonderful to have. And in fact, they'll buy your RV. They love having extra inventory in the used market. They're up at exit 240 and I-25. That's the Longmont turnoff. They're on the frontage road right there. Spectacular deals, great financing, and a new beautiful maintenance facility for all of their customers. That's 303-453-1111, SentryRV.com. So, we're going to figure out what to do when a car is damaged in towing. Now, the new laws say they have to take a picture, but I don't know if that applies to repos. Maybe we ask one of our tow people, or maybe we can ask, let's see, Wyatt's.
Yeah, Wyatt's would know. Trevor.
They would know. So we'll ask Trevor what if the practice extends to repo towing. 303-713-TALK. Now, I want to bring up a few topics because I think they're good for America. There is a court that ruled that, well, basically, hold on, let me get the article. The court ruled that Missouri is suing Biden administration, and what happened was the courts ruled that they must give up information in the lawsuit.
Who?
And the information, hold on, I'm looking for the article right now, so it's just taking me a minute here. What happened is Missouri sued the Biden administration, claiming that they leaned on social media to censor Americans, and that the government cannot do this legally. So let me just put it this way. So according to actual communications unveiled in the federal lawsuit, it shows that the Department of Homeland Security, this is actual discovery in a lawsuit, Missouri versus Biden. The Department of Homeland Security had monthly meetings with Facebook and Twitter to pressure them to censor all social media posts about topics on the withdrawal from Afghanistan, the origins of COVID-19, the efficacy of COVID vaccines, any racial justice issues, and the U.S. support for the Ukraine, and any other, the Hunter Biden laptop. These government officials literally met with all of them to urge them not to publish it based on spies trying to infiltrate and influence American elections. And so these documents, along with the admission of Facebook, Zuckerberg admitted it, they worked with the government to suppress all of that information. Now, here's what I don't understand. Why is there no outrage about this?
There's a lot of outrage. The normal media or the mainstream media just doesn't report on it.
Isn't that amazing?
There's a lot of brainwashed sheep out there.
But I find it shocking, and I'd like to know why that people of all philosophies, why they're not outraged. Why would we ever want the government to censor our speech ever? I mean, I just can't believe what we're turning into. And it doesn't just go toward the opposite opponent,
But you can't criticize Biden for his withdrawal from Afghanistan, or it was suppressed on social media. Or if you talked about the vaccine, you're suppressed on social media. I don't think they're still doing it. This came out in court documents. Mark, do you think they're still doing it? Although some people claim that search engines like Google and Bing are prejudiced or biased in their search results when it comes to people researching certain topics. They tend to lean toward more progressive liberal results that favor progressive liberal causes. Do you believe it?
Yes.
Here I have a question for you. People can be anything they want in America, right? I just have this question, and I really mean it. Why is it that 98%, now that percentage is not from a survey, I'm just saying it, the vast, vast majority of everyone in the entertainment industry leans liberal and progressive? Why is that?
Because they're elitist.
No, but Mark, come on. What does that mean? I mean, really, what is it about their background?
They think they're above, and in a lot of cases, they are above us paupers out here.
So, I just don't understand it. And then why the high-tech industry? Why are they leaning that way? Why do not certain industries, but those big industries.
Well, I think like Twitter and companies like that, at least prior to Musk, I should say, I think a lot of those companies don't want certain things done legislatively to hurt their company and their profits. So ponying up to the Biden administration was probably a good idea for them.
Walter has a problem with his hunting jacket. What happened, Walter? What's going on?
Yes, I took it to get washed. And
like dry cleaned or laundered?
No, it was, that's what wife took it last year. And they said, oh, yeah, you can wash this one. So, okay, wash it. And picked it up. The butte was hanging up.
Okay, Walter, where did your wife take it?
Here on Iliff and Buckley.
What's the name of the place?
Oh, gadzooks, I got the receipt. Let me see what it says on here.
Yeah.
Did they destroy it?
Well, they dried it into too high of heat.
Put it in the dryer. And
yeah, but wait a minute. That's what I don't understand. Is it a laundry place she took it to, or did she do it? Laundry or dry cleaning?
Well, if they put it in a dryer, it has to be laundered.
Yeah, they laundered it and put it in dryer, but they must have had it on.
I didn't know you could take something to be laundered one piece. I didn't know that.
It melted.
So you take it somewhere instead of a dry cleaner, you take it to a launderer?
Or the place does both, Tom.
That's what you went to them. Can these be?
I know you can have shirts laundered. I just never heard of just taking one jacket or something
just
to
like
be laundered.
taking your comforter, your linens, Tom. A dry cleaning service a lot of times can launder your things as well.
Okay. So, Walter, what's the result? What's the result?
Well, when I picked it up yesterday, and it was inside out with the inside out rolled up in a bag instead of hanging up. And I went, why is it rolled up? So by the time I got home, I had to pull it apart, but it was hard to get apart. And one sleeve was still wet. And I looked at that. I said, no, the orange was, it was stuck together like it was welded from being too dang hot.
Okay, so what are the instructions on this for cleaning?
It doesn't say anything on it. That's why I took it there to begin with, to find out whether it's dry cleaning or can be washed. All it just has the jacket's name, Remington, and that's
so,
it. There's no.
Okay, how old was this jacket?
How long? It's down just below my waist.
No, I don't mean. I mean, how old is it? How old is it?
It's it's probably 3 or 4 years old, but I don't go hunting that often because since I'm a disabled vet.
Okay, Walter. So it's only a few years old, and you hardly used it, right?
Okay, correct.
And is it totally ruined right now?
I would say yes, because it's insulated, so it probably wrinkled the insulation too. But can't get the arms.
Did you put it on? Did you look at it?
Yeah, I didn't put it on. I just looked at it. I don't need to put it on. I looked at it and I said, "What's all these?" The outside is.
How much did you pay for this? How much did you pay for this?
Well, the only I tell you the truth, I don't remember for sure, but I looked on the internet for one. I went to Cabela's. I looked to.
And how much are they? How much are they?
The one that looks like mine was $220.
$220.
I think he's looking at advice for how to resolve this with the laundromat.
Well, I can't figure out if it's actually ruined.
Sounds
I know.
like it melted, Mark. It's all stuck together.
Can you send us a picture of it?
I can take a pic. Well, I haven't picked it back up again.
What do you mean? Wait a minute. Hold on. Did you take it back to them?
I brought it home. I took it back to him, and I said, "Look at this. Why is it so wrinkly? You can't get to the part. That's like it's burnt."
And what did they say?
He said, "We'll redo it." And he called me when he had it done, and he said, "Well, it's wrinkled. I couldn't quite understand him Oriental anyway. And
listen, Walter, they call the proper term now is Asian, but
well, you're correct.
So you took this back, and then he called you and said it was done. So we don't know how it looks now, right?
Well, he said it the same way.
What? He said it's no better. He told you that.
You know what? I'm going to call over there. Let's get the number and let me call over and see what this guy's got cooking. I mean, they should know how to clean it, right, Tom?
Of course they should.
I mean, what the value of it is one thing, but they should know how not to destroy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's going to have a tough time. I'm telling you, he's going to have a tough time. God, these are some of the toughest cases when it comes to, getting reimbursed. Wow, it's terrible. It's terrible because
you need the address or phone number.
Suzanne will get that for you offline. Can you take a picture, Walter, and send it to us with your phone, or you don't know how to do that?
He doesn't even have it.
Oh.
I don't have it yet. It's still at the dry cleaner.
I got you. I'll call over there. Maybe we can get something going here.
All right. Hold on. 303-713-TALK. More coming right up.
Hey, Colorado. Dan Cicchini, done right kitchens, baths, windows, and doors. Thinking of putting off your beautiful new kitchen or bath remodel till after the holidays, aren't you? Or maybe even waiting on replacing your old rickety freezing windows and doors. Well, with that busy holiday time here again, that's why we're tempting you with our best holiday offer ever. Listen on. Todd?
Okay, Dad, here it is. An awesome 17% savings. But first, let's brag a little. Premium kitchen design and replacement, our unique quarter-inch cabinet resurfacing, elegant bathrooms, and the finest in replacement windows and doors. Our family's been at it for nearly 40 years, and now it's time for us to serve you too. Call and book your project now for select install dates after the holidays, and you'll save 17% off regular retail pricing. That's right, 17%. Dad?
Folks, please call us. Kitchens, baths, counters, and floors, and even replacement windows and doors. You have our word. We'll treat you right at Done Right. 303-722-2295, 800-362-8370, or save at drhi.com.
Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. He's the one you call when you want to know what the heck is going on in this real estate market. You might be thinking of listing your home, but you're not sure. What will you actually get for your home? with the interest rates the way they are, with supply and demand the way it is, and with inflation. You know, Frank takes all of this into consideration along with his 28 years of experience and puts paper and pencil together to come up with real figures based on real facts and no gimmicks. Find out with no obligation what your house is worth in today's market. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. Paragon Services. Mark has personal experience with Matt Stanford. So do we with the referralist at referralist.com. And he is the one that will fight for your insurance claims. And he'll fight based on what he thinks he can collect for you and takes a small percentage of that. You really can't do it on your own. You can never trust your insurance company to do the right thing. That's unfortunately a fact of life. That's why we send people to Paragon Services. Paragon is the one you need for all of your insurance needs. Look for Paragon and Matt Stanford on a referral list at referralist.com. That's Paragon Services, and he serves the entire Front Range, 719-726-0020.
Bell interrupto. Okay, cool. All right, that'd be great. Cool. When should I check back in with you? A day or? Oh, I'll call you back then. Thanks. Thanks, Kat. I appreciate it. Bye.
Seems nice.
Seems real nice.
You're thinking Tuesday, Wednesday. She's like, hey, give me 10 minutes.
She's like, I'm going to throw in the washer right now. She just admitted it wasn't supposed to be dried. I'm trying to figure out, like, what would melt, though.
It's got to have
polyester.
a lining that's
Polyester.
waterproof or something. You know, like something in between. I got a jacket that's that way. When I first got it, it's kind of crunchy. And it's got like almost a sandwich between the outer and inner shell is a liner that's...
Got it. She's like, maybe it'll work. Well, we'll see. But she admitted it's not supposed to be dried. That's what happened.
Yeah.
It's coming up with, let's say they do ruin it and they take blame. The problem is, how do you value that?
Well, was it an old jacket or something?
He said 2 or 3 years.
Hi, this message is for Nelson. Nelson,
If the
this
new
is
one's
the Tom
200,
Martino show,
I'm being serious.
and
I don't
we
know
wanted to
how
get
you
on the
value
air
a
to talk
jacket.
about an update
They could
on your
argue
case.
it's worth $30.
Please give us a call
They
back.
could
You
say
can
you
also
could go
text me and
to
tell me it's okay to
Goodwill
call.
and find them all day long, which maybe you can. I have
keep
no
you ready.
idea.
What's your
Take
first
them there
name?
and have them wash it again. Easy on the dryer this time.
Oh yeah, we're trying
This
to help
time of
him
year,
right
the
now.
jackets
What
are
about it?
expensive. You buy them in the summer, they're cheap because nobody needs an orange jacket in the summer.
That is
Unless
so
you're
sweet
going
of you.
out
What
with
is your
Dick
name?
Cheney. I thought that was the
Ellen, would
funniest
you like
shit
to
in
come
the
on the
world.
air and tell him that?
Leave it to Liz Cheney's dad to shoot his partner.
According to this review,
You don't have
He
to.
didn't
I
just
can.
spray him. He
Okay.
almost laughed.
He fucking
Right.
shot him.
Yeah.
He's lucky he lived.
Call
The
you.
only reason for keeping him in power.
We went bird hunting a million years ago with a guy, and I got sprayed once.
Ooh.
And I was ready. I was. And it was
Give
the
him a bird hunt.
Let
it
me
was the
find out
owner's
how we want to
kid.
do it. I can help
This
with
guy
this,
had, like,
Ellen. What
8
is your phone
Texacos,
number?
And he had friends and stuff up in Sterling, so once a year we'd all go up and go bird hunting up there. And you know, it's just like
325-9275.
not like here to here. I was 50
But it's
yards.
hurt like hell,
Oh
huh?
my God!
Okay.
Just like one more time,
Look,
dude.
okay.
And he just kept lagging behind everybody, and it,
Okay,
sorry.
let me figure out how he wants to do it. And in the interest of time, if I need
You
to,
should
can I
go look
text
at
you and
that
let you
on,
know what
on
the plan is?
YouTube later,
Perfect,
the
Ellen.
Oriental, though.
325-9275. Perfect. You're an angel.
But you know,
Ellen, tell me.
it's like, I don't even know why, like, I don't know. It's hard to give him shit because he's 80, 90 years old,
but
man.
that's what he, that's what they. Like I said, my girlfriend.
I don't think
uses
he
the
means
term.
any disrespect
No,
by it in a million
no.
years. Hey, Tom.
Yo.
You don't think that, in all honesty, that guy didn't mean any disrespect saying Oriental, in my opinion. What do you think?
Same thing. He doesn't know anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't know any better. Gadzooks.
Gadzooks. I'm going to start using
I had a guy call me because I haven't heard Gadzooks in 30 years. He was dying.
Wait, I'm going to look it up. I'm not sure I've ever heard of it.
Hey, Tom.
What?
I have some surprise good news for Walter when we come back.
Good.
Oh, I just talked to the dry cleaner, too.
It's a cat.
Cool. Well, I have some cool news for him. Okie doke.
Okie doke.
Gadzooks.
Boy, I'll tell you what, you are a problem solver.
No, I'm a solutionist.
A solutionist. That sounds too much like a socialist.
Sue's the solutionist.
To newsnationnow.com/join us.
Inflation Salvation. Keep listening every weekday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. for your chance to win $1,000. Just listen for the hourly keyword, then enter it at khow.com. Inflation Salvation on 630 KHOW. Sponsored by Guy Rees.
Brighten your home and save 10% on Benjamin Moore paint by joining the Guy Rees loyalty program. Stop by a store or go to GUIRYS.com to sign up today. Guy Rees, your neighborhood paint store since 1899.
This hour from the Trajan Wealth KHOW Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, so here's what happened. Walter said his wife took his hunting jacket in to be laundered, and part of it melted or shrunk or looks like crap, and he took it back, and the guy said he'll try to fix it, but then the guy said, I don't know what the guy said. I think Walter said the guy said he couldn't fix it, right, Walter?
Yeah, it's still the same way.
But you didn't see it yet, right?
No, I haven't seen it yet, but
I just Suzanne's got probably better news, but I talked to the dry cleaner during break. She's going to actually throw it in the wash again and not dry it. And I can call back there at 1:30, so that's an hour away, and she'll let us know if it works or not. But what she said is they should have never dried it. They admitted, or she admitted at least, it should have never been dried.
So the fact that it was dried, if they can't make it right, what's going to happen? Do you know?
No, but I say she's got to go to the owner over that. But Suzanne might have already solved this in a different way.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
I had a nice lady call, and she said she'd like to buy Walter a new jacket. She'll meet him at Cabela's to buy one or send him the money, just however he wants to do it.
You know why? Because he's a disabled vet, and he's really a good guy, right?
That's it.
I do. Wow.
I don't think he's ever been speechless in his life.
Walter, that sounds like a nice lady. That sounds like you deserve it. That sounds like what this show is all about, man. So let Suze make that connection there. Hey, Walter, were you in Vietnam?
No, I was I was in Korea era, Vietnam era, Cambodia era. I wasn't over in combat.
Okay.
They wouldn't send me because I was the only child.
Oh, okay.
I forgot about that. Wasn't there a movie based upon that? Because one of them died and they had to go track down the other living kid.
Well, that was Tom Hanks.
No, all of them. There was three or four of them aboard the ship, and all four of them were killed when the ship was destroyed.
Wow.
Just that movie was Private Ryan, was it, John?
Yeah, Saving Private Ryan was all about that.
Yeah.
His surviving son.
Oh.
Very cool.
But okay. So anyway, Walter, hang on, and we'll get one way or another. You may have a new jacket and an older one that looks like crap, or you may have who knows? We'll figure it out though. Like 1:30, we can call back. Is that true? In an hour?
She's going to know in 1 hour. I'm telling you, this lady was very, very nice.
Okay, that's good. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. You know, we used to get a ton of complaints on dry cleaners years and years ago. And there was a place called the Fabricare Institute of America where you would send something in, and then they would tell you it wasn't the dry cleaner's fault. but it was sounded lofty. The Fabric Care Institute.
So it was all backed by dry cleaners or
Well,
something?
I don't know, but every time we would send something in, the international, that's what it is, our International Fabric Care Institute, they would say, nope, not their fault. It was supposedly all of the materials are junk nowadays, or back then. I mean, hell, we were talking about the Fabric Care Institute 30 years ago. I haven't heard
It sounds
anything.
so fake, the Fabric Care Institute, like something Tide would put out.
And I just looked it up, and I don't even see it. I see it, well, I do. I see International Fabric Care Institute, but I don't know if that's the same one. I thought it was Fabric Care Institute of America, but in any case, it was one of these things where people would send stuff, and then they would get a letter back saying, no, your dry cleaner did nothing wrong. This is not meant to be dry cleaned, and you shouldn't have brought it in, or whatever. Or no, not meant to be dry cleaned. It's that the the manufacturer did a bad job. And by the way, in many of those cases, they were correct. Manufacturers of clothing, there were not many thoughts put, not much thought put into how to clean it. Like, for example, you'd have mixed, I call it mixed media, I guess mixed fabrics, or mixed like clothes would be made, they would have part leather or suede and then part something else, and it couldn't be cleaned, because if you cleaned it for the suede and leather, it would ruin the cloth part, and if you cleaned the cloth part, it would ruin the suede and leather. There was like no way to clean it. So it was, you wear it and then hope you never get it dirty or something. 303-713-8255.
How often, let me ask you this, how often do you clean your Levi's jeans, and how often are you supposed to? Do you know?
I have no idea.
You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
You should wash them every 10 wears at absolute most.
Wait, no more? You mean you should not wash them more than that?
You should not wash them any more than that. That is the minimal. And that's according
the minimum,
that's
okay,
from Levi's.
You mean that's the maximum amount you should wash them?
No. Well,
yeah,
yes, you're right.
Once every 10 wears.
Yeah, the number of wears. You wear them 10 times, then you can wash them as a maximum.
Yeah.
You should do it more
if
like
you wash them more often. What are they saying about washing them more often?
It prevents what they call rebound. You'll get longer wear out of them. They may smell a little funky. Once again, this is Levi.com. Use a damp cloth or old toothbrush with mild soap to remove small stains instead of washing them.
Deputy Doc has small stains all over his. I'm not going to go there. Anyway, 303-713. It's like a road map. Anyway, we got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show.
I just picture it.
That was pretty fucking good.
I'm beginning to feel more and more like Emmett Mack is Johnny Carson.
Do I have something coming up here? Oh, no breaks. Thank you. I see it.
Okay. This guy on YouTube put my grandpa called stoplights Chinese lanterns.
No, thanks. I appreciate it.
Most people think George Washington Carver invented peanut butter. He did, but he's got a pretty cool story otherwise. Be sure to catch this week's edition of Our American Stories on the iHeartRadio app and the podcast support wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm a pretzel guy too, man.
I like pretzels.
They got a big jug. I used to buy it.
I can't buy it.
I quit buying them too. Literally,
the
I
ones
quit
that
buying
get
them.
me at Costco are the peanut butter filled nuggets.
I don't like those.
You know, man.
I like the big fucking pretzels.
The big barrel kind of thing. Yeah.
Do you remember back in the day a company called Snyder's, and they'd make hard pretzels that were like this big?
They still make them.
Oh God, those are good.
Yeah.
Are we still heading straight to inland?
Yeah. So let's do that, and then of course meet up at home, get it parked, and we'll go grab something to eat in Castle Rock or whatever.
All right, I want to try that caramel apple blonde.
What was it? What was it though? What kind of beer was it? It's
Caramel
not.
apple blonde.
No, I mean it's not an a blonde. Okay, got it. I don't know if I'd like that. Although I do like.
Apple 105.
It's gonna be. You know what it's gonna be like? It's gonna be like a Blue Moon with the caramel and apple.
That's a wheat beer.
Yeah.
I hate wheat beers, but blondes are okay. Sours.
Oh, what's the one we have in there?
That's a blonde.
Yeah, what's that called though?
Backstage blonde.
Backstage blonde, baby. I remember my rock and roll days.
Remember when I called it backdoor blonde?
I wonder where your head was. Knowing Steve Moss, I'm surprised it wasn't called backdoor blonde.
The hardest part for me with all the beer is keeping track of shit.
Well,
kind of like wine. Like,
oh man.
So then you end up buying something that you had once before and you hate it, and you're like, oh, now I remember I hated this one. The label was cool or something.
I've got shit in our garage fridge that I probably just need to throw out. It's so fucking old, but it's beers I'd never drink like that.
Yeah.
Our newest, our brewery in, let me get my head straight here. Our favorite brewery in Castle Rock is called 105. They just got a full-blown liquor license, and they're making wine. They just tapped their first barrel of Merlot. Or Chardonnay. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But I find it so odd that they're going to be making wine.
Yeah, it's not the same crowd.
I don't think it's the same crowd at all.
Yeah.
Or else every other brewery. Maybe they're onto something. Maybe
could
enough
be.
people show up and they're like, yeah, we'd be here more, but my wife doesn't drink beer or something.
You know, there are a lot of, yeah.
I like the hard liquor aspect because then, I mean, you can get a margarita.
I was trying to talk
you can
on
get
the
whatever,
monitor.
But
He
I
might
find
have
it
it
very
down.
odd they're making wine.
Maybe
Yeah.
they'll start making ciders.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can now.
Maybe they'll start making ciders. You have to have a wine or a wine license or whatever.
To make cider.
Yeah.
Although cider might
I'm going
be.
to ask them when we go in.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's where it's at.
It's
Ciders
so weird
are
they're
so
making
good.
wine though. And I wonder how long wine's got to sit.
I think it varies. There is no set.
They should make a good bathtub gin.
Troubleshooter Show, what is your first name? Karen, hi, in a sentence or less, what would you like to talk to Tom about on the show today? Got it. Hang tight. Listen to the phone.
What a nice person buying that guy a jacket.
It's amazing.
We should invite him in or her in for Common.
That was nice.
Energy and a higher libido. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we've treated thousands of men for low T. Our protocols are highly effective, with most men seeing results in a few weeks. So give us a call. Just $99 gets you a PSA and T test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 clinics across the Front Range to serve you. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, the leader in men's sexual health.
Regrow your hair and get $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. AdvancedHair.com.
Denver's talk station.
Online at khout.com.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 713-TALK, 303-713-8255. All right, Karen, you want to talk about selling cars, classic cars. Now,
right. I am helping an elderly widow.
What year is
would
this?
like
What
to
years
sell
are
her
we talking
2
about?
Lincoln Continentals.
What year?
1960 is one of them, and it's in good shape. And the other one is 1968.
What's
with
considered,
the
Kevin?
suicide doors.
Kevin, do you know what's considered classic and what's considered antique? Isn't 40 years antique?
I thought it was 50, but yeah, I think it's a little arbitrary. I don't know that there is an exact date, but
And classic is what, 20?
25.
So 25 and 50 is what you thought.
That's what I always went by.
And Karen, what condition are these cars in?
The 1960 is in good condition. It was restored by a young man who worked at a Brakes Plus shop and seemed to know what he was doing. So it has, it had new tires at that time, a new battery. It has been sitting in the garage now for 3 or 4 years without being run, but it is in, I would say, good condition.
And that's a
Beautiful blue
1960
color with
Lincoln
blue,
Continental.
Leather seats.
What's the other one? What year?
The other one is a 1968. That's
Okay.
the one with the suicide doors. And it it's not in, I think the body is in good shape. It needs some parts put back in. The parts are kind of on top of the hood. And the man started working on that one after he finished the first one. And then he took a loan out with this lady that I'm trying to help, and then he skipped town. So the work was not completed.
So they're ready. So they haven't been run in a few years.
No.
Hey, Kevin or Tom, maybe Tom, you know too, but if you have a car that was made to run off of regular gas before unleaded, can you still run that off unleaded?
Well, you have no choice. You can't buy
Right,
it.
but you have to you put an additive
Put an
in it
additive.
to help, because those cars needs more lubricant in the fuel than the newer ones.
Exactly.
And the lead was a lubricant. So if you put Marvel Mystery Oil in it, you'd be okay. At least that's what some of the old timers say, Marvel Mystery Oil. But you can put any kind of good additive in it that would add in every tank that would add lubrication to it. Or you can still buy. No, it's all unleaded. But some of the best gas for older cars is Murphy's sells an 80 octane, no alcohol.
Gadzooks.
Isn't it? No, I think it is. It's 80 octane. Yeah. That's an old car fuel. A lot of people buy it there. But these Lincolns, they had like those diagonal front lights, the 60s.
Yeah, the 68 had the suicide doors.
Right.
The 68.
68.
So did you have anybody give a value for those cars?
No, we tried looking them up on Blue Book, but they don't go back that far.
No,
They
you
go
just
back
have
as
to look
far
at
as
similar cars for
1999.
sale. You have to look for similar
Tom,
cars.
does Rodney
for sale.
deal with older cars?
Who?
Rodney.
I don't think so. I don't think so, but what about cars.com? Do they sell older cars? Do they go back that far?
I don't think so, but I don't know, man. I'd probably list them on Craigslist, to be honest.
Facebook Marketplace or one of those. Yeah.
Oh my God, you're just asking for a ripoff. These people need.
Remember, she's 89 years old.
Holy moly! Maybe one of our listeners
Get
knows.
ripped off. So, wanting to know the best way to find out a good value and the best way to advertise and the best way for them to pay.
Right. You know what? The best way to pay, that's a whole different ball game. I mean, that's really difficult. Because she's older. I mean, I would say cash, literally cash. I mean,
But
how
if
much?
they're worth, let's say, $20,000. Who's going to bring $20,000 in cash?
Well, you're not going to take a check, and you're not going to take a cashier's check because you're just going to get ripped off.
Right.
You can go to their bank with their cashier's check and cash it right there and have it made into a bank check to her. She's just going to need some help. And if you're going to help her, that's what you do. You would take a check, and that check would be converted at their bank. That's it. I'm just seeing how far we go back here. I'm looking on cars.com while we're talking, and it's weird how they have these years. It's just so weird because it has the years set out. Certain years, they don't even list them. Okay, wow, hold on a second. Wait a minute. Listen, it only has 11,000 original miles, $180,000.
How many miles on her?
For a 65, 180,000. Wait. Here's a 64 Lincoln Continental, $245,000. That only has 11,000. Do you know how many miles are on these?
You know, I don't, because she has lost the key to the car. So that was another question.
Okay, we have locksmith there. I'm telling you something. Even the ones with 1 million miles on them, 1 million miles, are going for $30,000. I did not realize these are going.
They haven't been driven in at least 13 years.
But then this is weird. Here's one with 15,000 miles. It's only worth $30,000. I don't get it. I just don't get the rhyme or reason on this pricing.
There's probably certain models that bring
there's
it.
2-door, 4-door, convertibles, hardtops. There's a lot of variables.
Holy crap. The suicide doors are the ones that open outward, right? Like, okay. The two.
Yeah, the 1960 blue Lincoln, they only produced 807 of those cars.
You know, she might have to get a professional appraiser
Tom?
out there. Yeah.
I just got a text that says this lady should look at bringing it to trailer.com. They have a small brokerage fee. They can handle all the paperwork and pays.
Wait. I got even a better idea. What's the auction? Those guys are great. Roller Auction. They do vehicles all the time.
Yeah, but she needs help.
They would have to get it to the auction.
First of all, it has to be fixed. I don't think they're ready to go, man.
They both have to be able to run it and get to the auction. Also, we're in the Fort Collins, Loveland area.
Okay, here's what I would do. I would call, what's Tom Maggio's place up there?
Hands On
Auto. He's a good guy, great people. Hands On Auto. That's who I would call about getting those cars running with him. You can trust him for damn sure. You can trust him.
I'm wondering if there would be maybe collectors that would want to just come and look at them and take them and fix them up the way they wanted.
Well, I'm not talking about fixing them up. I'm talking about just getting them running. You're not going to sell them for anything without running.
They need to be running for a collector to take them.
In my opinion, you'll get more money that way. Otherwise,
I know the blue one probably runs. That's the 1960. The 1968 would need to have some parts put. The parts are outside on the hood. They would need to have them put back in.
You may be able to
I don't know where to go. The best way to help her.
Okay.
The other thing is getting the key for the 1960. Would I need to go to a locksmith for that?
Yes, for sure. They have to do that right there. They have to come to you, a mobile locksmith.
Okay,
Now,
we have a local one that I can call.
Do you somebody you know and trust?
Pardon me?
Somebody you know and trust, a locksmith?
Well, it's a business.
Okay.
It was recommended by the Ford dealership.
Okay, that's fine. Do they have a mobile service?
I don't know. I haven't called them yet.
That's what you need.
Mobile service. Okay.
Does City Lock in Boulder, do they do a mobile service? Do you know, Suze?
I think
I'm
they
not
do.
sure. I thought so.
I think they do, but I don't know how far they go.
How far are you from Boulder?
40 minutes, 45 maybe.
I don't know if they go there, but just call City Lock in Boulder. They're good people. Talk to Jeff. And then we'll figure out.
Ooh, we got a break, Tom.
All right, let's take this quick break. Coming up, more.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by News Nation.
Commuters are moving past this morning's wintry weather preview. We're seeing pretty standard driving throughout the Denver metro as we get closer to that 1 o'clock hour. Still some slow spots out there. At 25 southbound showing speeds in the 40s and 50s between 38th and Spear Boulevard. Over on the west end of town, Sheridan Boulevard at 52nd, we've got an accident in the intersection with pretty heavy congestion for folks in all directions. Over on the east end and leaving the airport, Pena Boulevard southbound road construction continues with slowing between Tower Road and I-70. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, partly cloudy skies today. It's a cold one out there with a high of 44 in the afternoon. Below freezing with an overnight low of 29 degrees. The current temperature is 41. With your impact traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Chris Cuomo is back with a new show on a new network. Catch Cuomo weeknights on News Nation at 6 and 9 p.m. Mountain. To find News Nation on your television provider, go to newsnationnow.com/join us.
The great thing about this season right now is just cold enough to remind us it's coming. But it's not cold enough to leave you in danger if you need any work done. Get Fix It 24/7 to your home to check out your furnace, to give it an extreme clean and check for just $39 for new customers. They want to show off what they do, put a sticker on there, and they want to be your company. And for that, you will get extraordinary service. It's damn near refurbishing your entire furnace the way they take it apart and clean it and put it back together and adjust it. FixMyHome.com. Just $39. If there's anything wrong, at least you have time to breathe. You're not under the gun. Fix it 24/7, 720-526-3939. You know, today's car day, we love talking about cars. We also love talking about RVs, recreational vehicles. You know what? Century RV is at exit 240 and I-25, north of Denver, at the Longmont turnoff. On the east side, on Frontage Road, they have a new, like, $10 million facility for maintenance and warranty work for all of their customers, plus new and used RVs for sale, plus they'll buy your RV. They are a full-service RV center, CentryRV.com, 303-453-1111.
Yeah,
I remember my best.
But they're huge.
My best friend growing up, his parents had a big old Fleetwood, dude. It was like driving in a boat.
Yeah.
It was comfortable as hell, but that car was ginormous.
Yeah, we got an old T-Bird or Lincoln.
Man, some of these Lincolns go for a lot of money.
And the hood is like 20 feet long.
Yeah, I know.
And it's only, there's two guys that won't let move it.
Hi, it's Tom Martino Show, Suzanne. How you doing?
You know.
Good. Quick question for you.
Body work on his car.
Yeah.
Do you do anything with classic cars? They're Lincoln Continentals from the 60s. Or do you know of good resources for selling them? It's for a elderly widowed lady. One is a 60. The other, I thought she said, was a 68.
That's good running into Liz. I talked to her in probably 3 years.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have time to come say all that on the air? Okay, hang tight a minute. I might have found a solution for you. Hang on, okay?
Mark was screaming at you about
hang tight.
This bill.
That was so pissed, dude.
I got my bill.
Let me tell you,
I got the same thing.
I emailed all kinds of fucking people about that.
Yeah.
Mine will add up to over $6,000 a year. It'll cost me.
Yeah.
$6,000 a fucking.
That's a lot of money.
Hey, Tommy.
Yeah.
I've got Rod Greer on. He can list them for her.
Good.
You know,
So I think that's a good way to do it.
Good.
We will lose out on 2% of the rebate with a credit card.
Oh, that sucks.
You know, so it's like a push. So do I want it in the business? Do I want me to get a check? It's like,
same shit.
Yeah. But a lot of them are 3.5%.
Troubleshooter Show. What is your first name?
You hard to not use a credit card.
Where?
On the screen, JFR Cars.
Oh.
I figured he would have a hook.
Yeah.
You know.
That's all he does.
Okay, thank you. I will give her that suggestion.
get the right people. Those cars are worth.
Take care. Bye-bye.
It's just the hard part with stuff like that is finding them. Who are those guys that go around the country, the junk guys?
Oh, I know you're talking about buying shit.
Yeah.
I've heard God, what the hell are their
What is
names?
that called? I haven't seen that in forever. Pickers. The Pickers.
Troubleshooter Show. What is your first name?
American Restoration.
Steve, hi, in a sentence or less. What did you
I do
talk
like those
about
guys,
on the
though.
show today?
I think it's all staged and bullshit.
A lot
but
of
it's still
it. A lot of it.
educational,
Because
so.
you got, I mean, how many dead ends can they run into?
Who is that again? John who?
I love when they have any kind of reality show and like they walk in the door like the prophet. He walks in the
KLZ
door
Radio.
and they're like meeting for the first time, but it's like, what? You didn't know the cameras,
You didn't see
all
the
these
camera
people,
behind you, yeah.
Okay.
14 angles. I mean, it's like,
Okay.
okay, everybody
Alrighty, I'm gonna
pretend
give
that we're
her-
meeting for the first time and there's no
Okay.
cameras. Ready? Go.
RUSH. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.
Online, yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
Listen to us on your radio, on your desktop, and on your smart device. Denver's talk station is available everywhere, in your car, at work, and wherever you go. All you need is our free iHeartRadio app. Just say, play 630 KHOW on iHeartRadio.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. Let me get to the phones real quick. I really need to take Kathleen, and then we'll go on to our others. But and we have some experts on about the cars. But Kathleen, quickly, what restoration issue do you have?
So I'm a tenant at a place. I live out near Falcon, Colorado, outside of the Springs. I have a townhome. Water heater went out earlier this summer at the beginning of June. They replaced it. The landlord paid for have it replaced, of course. Something went wrong with the process, and it has been leaking since then very slowly. It's in a sealed closet in my garage, actually up above on the wall. It's bizarre. Anyway, bottom line is I didn't catch the leak until 3 days ago. The inside of the
All right,
garage-
hold on.
So many people have told me about Orchard, and no wonder. It's the new way to sell. For example, Orchard makes you a...
That's a pretty good pack. You buy those at Turn up,
Yeah.
Like that.
Kirkland, the three. Of course,
Yeah.
cashews are always gone first.
Yep. But that's better. I mean, at least you have some control instead of going back for a handful.
Yeah.
Because my girlfriend drives me crazy. She buys the big thing of peanut M&Ms. I don't know what it is about those.
They're delicious.
And I can't help but, like, grab a scoop almost every time I go by it, you know.
So I used to buy at Costco a big thing of chocolate-covered almonds. And finally, once again, I simply just quit buying them
I
because
can't have it in the house.
anytime I'd walk by that stupid fucking jar, I'd grab some.
But she always has to have these snacks, and she doesn't eat them. And it's like, I just have to have it now. Why? So I eat it? What the
For my grandbaby!
No, they don't eat half that stuff anyway. No, she hides the grandkid shit from me, so I don't get into it.
The chocolate
I like the
covered
cheese
almonds.
puffs and all that kind of, you know.
Goldfish.
Yeah.
How about fucking Fritos, baby? Chili cheese Fritos.
I'm just not into chips.
I got these this cheese I love, man. It's she can't stand it.
It's a cheese spread. My COVID issue.
God, it's so
It
good.
doesn't taste good.
It's like I'll put like 2 teaspoons or tablespoons of cheese on this little tiny cracker because all I really want is a fucking
Just something to hold the cheese.
I was watching these 2 restaurant guys. They were in Denver. I forget the name of the show. But they were at a wing place in Denver, down by Coors Field, actually. And this guy, his signature move is unbelievable. He can put either a wing or the what's the other part called? The drumstick part.
Drumstick or the flats.
Or the flats in his mouth, and nothing but bone left. Nothing. It's amazing to me. Nothing but bone left. And it's not like he's doing it for 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, God damn, I wish I could do that.
Goals.
Yeah, you'd miss none of the meat.
I love wings.
Fucking we We eat wings way too much. They're really not that bad.
You know who's got a pretty cool recipe on that? Meat Church.
Does he? Do you smoke them?
He found two ways. He found a Japanese barbecue sauce, and Costco sells it. So he got a whole big bag of wings, the whole thing, and marinates, smokes it, and then moves them to the grill to grill mark them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I did those. Damn, that was good.
I found a knockoff. I'm still waiting on my
Texas sugar.
but check this out. I got this in one day. Hold on.
There's a lot of places that sell the Meat Church spices you can pick up. You don't have to order from him.
Yeah, but I got the big bag.
What's the big farm place?
Big R?
The other one.
Murdoch's.
Murdoch's, they have it.
Murdoch's carries all this stuff.
This shit is delicious, man. It's a knockoff. Leave it to Amazon to knock off a fucking...
They knock off everything, though.
But it's cheap.
Well, Costco's doing that now with the pellets. They're knocking off the Traeger. Did you see the Costco pellets?
Yeah, we got a members mark.
I just got one of these. Amazon brand rub.
Okay.
It is fucking delicious. Ingredient per ingredient, it's very similar to the one I got coming.
Oh, cool. I'm sure they cheat. Everybody looks at everybody else's stuff and back engineers it or whatever you call it. Reverse engineer.
Yeah. Or Amazon simply has that company make it for them.
Yeah.
And just puts their name on it and sells it for $5 less or whatever it is. But I go through enough rub, man. I might take this and mix it with the other. Might get a little crazy.
You know what? I think after a while you really can't tell the difference. There'd probably be some subtle differences that a real connoisseur of some kind could oh yeah, I can.
Well, you can tell if there's heat in it.
Yeah, you can tell if they have like the jalapeno powder and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know that I can tell the difference.
Troubleshooter show. What
between,
is your first
hickory
name?
and an oak wood.
I can't.
You know what I mean?
I'm sorry. What's your first name?
The smoke flavor. I just get the.
I like the
Hi, and a sitting for lunch.
applewood
What
is
did you want
pretty
to talk to Tom
Yeah.
about on the show today?
Do you in the pellet smoker? Do you put any water in at all?
It just depends. No, with the ribs, I'll spray them down with the vinegar, apple cider vinegar. So
Yeah.
I don't use the moisture in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, depending on what you're cooking. If it's a long smoke, I'll put a pan.
My
I have
electric
a little
smoker.
cast iron pan and just put some water off to the side.
Yep. My electric smoker, you have to put water.
Yeah.
I was so bummed out that I had to use that though. It felt for the first time we were in the hot tub last night, it felt like fucking winter.
It was cold last night. The humidity or something. Because I'm outside every night. And it was starting to get a little uncomfortable. Hot tub's pretty cool though when it's cold out.
What's that?
I like the hot tub when it's cold out. You just don't want to get out.
Oh man, I gotta call this guy. Hold on. I didn't know who this was, and it just dawned on me. Oh,
All right, let's find out. So hang tight. You got a few calls ahead of you, okay, Thelma? So you're going to listen through the phone, and when you hear your name, tell Tom what you told me, and we'll see what we can do to advise you, okay? Thank you, darling.
Hey, Matt, what's up, man? Yeah. For the starting ones? Okay. Well, are those, I mean, how are the ones that are in there testing once they were charged? Yeah. Okay.
$1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now at khow.com. Inflation Salvation on 630 KHOW.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. We are solving problems, answering questions, and taking complaints, making your life just a little easier, as we've been doing for more than 40 years. This hour brought to you by Harris Law Firm, Harris Family Law. You can do divorces in a collaborative way through Harris Family Law, meaning he reaches out to the other parties, keeps costs down by not filing anything and keeping everything in conversation. He also does any aspect of the divorce you want, and also can do complete mediation services. Rich Harris himself. If you need an expert in the field of divorce, harrisfamilylaw.com, 303-515-5000. I've known him for 30 years or more. harrisfamilylaw.com, 303-515-5000. Now, welcome to the show. Let's go to the phones, okay? We have quickly someone who has a restoration issue. She's on the lunch hour. She's a nurse. I want to get to her, and then I'll go to everyone else. Kathleen said basically her place was leaking a little at a time. She didn't notice it. She's got some problems. So let's talk about it. Where does it stand right now, Kathleen? Has it been repaired?
No, so I discovered it on Halloween morning. It had been leaking, like I said, for about 5 months. It finally leaked outside of the water heater closet.
And you're renting this place, right? You're renting
I'm
it, right?
This place. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The landlord lives out of state. And so I opened the door, and it's covered in mold. And it looks like black mold. I don't know if it's actually the black mold, but it is mold. And I mean covered.
Is it an apartment or a house?
It's a townhome.
Okay. Okay, so will the landlord fix it?
No, the landlord is, I mean, the plumbing company that put it in, I contacted them. Landlord, said contact them. So I contact them. They come out, look at it, say, uh-oh, we need to get, a restoration place out here. That afternoon, they sent out a separate, company restoration place out. They did an inspection, communicated the information to the plumbing company, and the plumbing company didn't like what they had to say, so they picked a different company. The second company is a drywall company, a small little like mom and pop kind of thing that has nothing on their website, talks about mold remediation. It simply talks about putting up and repairing drywall. I talked to the gal on the phone who runs it. It doesn't sound like she has a clue what she's doing with this. The plumbing company has been extremely poor with their communication. I've talked to 5 or 6 different people. I've only talked to
why are you handling this and not the owner or the management company?
It's not a management company. He's a private owner, and frankly, he's quite hands-off and just doesn't really seem to care that much.
Kathleen, did he ask you to? Did the landlord ask you to take care of it?
Yeah, I mean, I called him on Tuesday, and upset because I said, look, they've switched companies, and I don't think this other person knows what they're doing. They won't talk to me. The plumbing company literally had a screaming match with me on the phone because I couldn't get them to listen to me. They didn't agree with the initial remediation and restoration company's assessment. So I called the landlord. Never talked to him by phone. It's all done by email or text. So I finally called him. He answered. He called his wife, talked to his wife, who's a contractor, by the way. I didn't know this. She's a contractor. And made a couple of phone calls and then texted me back and said, they're going to go with the other company. They'll get somebody out there tomorrow to pull it out, get rid of the mold, and take care of it. Didn't hear from him at all until this morning when he said, so how's it going? So I've been coordinating all of this myself because
Kathleen, when he said they're going to go with the other company, which one is he talking about? The original company that you liked or the drywaller?
the drywaller.
So that's who they're going to go with. And the landlord said that was fine.
Yeah, he didn't even know the name of the company, Tom. I asked him, what's the name of the company so I can contact them. Well, I don't know. They'll get a hold of you.
Okay, so the plumbing company is paying for this, I take it?
They're paying for it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what are you calling about? What are you calling about today? What can we do to help you?
I just don't know. I actually didn't intend to get on the radio and take up your time. I just really feel like I want to know more about what this other company's going to do, and she clearly doesn't have a clue, and I don't think she's capable of taking care of this mold. They came out yesterday.
Kathleen, if they're a drywall company, all they have to do is remove it. They don't have to take care of it. If they simply cut out all the drywall affected and they stopped the leak, you're not going to have a mold problem. They cut out the drywall, they kill the existing mold that might be in on the studs with a kills or something, and then they stop the leak. It's no magic. It's done. You would want a restoration company if we're talking about major contamination, but if we're talking about one localized area, I mean, it can be cut out and just the drywall replaced. You have to stop the food source, which is the water, and then you have to kill the existing mold that's there. I don't just mean the one they cut out with the drywall, but the studs and the wood if it's contaminated. So that's not that difficult to do. You might be overthinking it, or this original restoration company might have been exaggerating. Many times, listen, I'm not saying it shouldn't be dealt with properly, but many times these remediation companies, they exaggerate themselves because they look at every single case as a major catastrophe.
You could be right. I mean, I'm a nurse. I'm also, but I'm a peds nurse. I don't know a lot about this stuff. I don't know anything about taking care of it on a house basis, but I'm a nurse and I'm also immunosuppressed. It burns my throat and my mouth when I go out in the garage. So you could be right. I might just be looking worst case scenario. That's what a lot of nurses do.
But I would still want them to cut out all that. In fact, it's better that they're drywallers. That they're going to cut out as much as they can and put in new drywall. But the new drywall over mold on the studs, that's a bad thing. They have to kill, and so you just find out what they're doing. I mean, or here's what I think. I think they're going to do the right thing because it's easy. They spray inside, they cut out the drywall the old drywall, put in new drywall, and they're done. But they have to stop the leak, obviously. But I think the plumber already did that, right?
The leaks, yeah, it was a very basic thing to fix. That's not the issue.
Okay, good. So now we have the mold again. So now the water stopped. Right. That's good. Now all they have to do is kill the mold where they can't cut out the wall. They just kill it in there on the wood. It'll die without water and with kills. It'll die. It's not going to go anywhere. Okay. And then new drywall and you're done. I think that they're avoiding you because they don't know what to tell you. Yeah. But I would say to them, just so they know that you know, and then you can put a handle on it for them. I think they're not talking to you because they don't even think you understand. So if you said to them something like this, I'm just concerned now that the water has stopped and the food source is dried up, all I want to make sure of is that before you put up new drywall, that you use at least kills or something effective to stop the further growth of the mold that's already in there, or Clorox, or there's all kinds of things they can use. And if you just say that, I just want to be reassured that before covering it up with new drywall, you're going to at least treat the mold on the wood. Just say that. And it's so easy. They then will respond to something as opposed to open-ended questions, I think. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I think you're right. No, I think you're right. The wood is definitely contaminated, but it's very possible if they spray it that it'll be okay. What I got from the plumber, the owner of the plumbing company, was Well, they don't really have to spray it too much. If the wood dries out, it'll be fine.
It will be fine. It will be, but there are some mold
right?
spores you want to kill. It will be
He told
fine.
me that the cold would have killed it. The cold kills the mold, is what he told me, and I'm like, I don't think that's true.
Well-
It hasn't been cold enough, but okay.
Well, here's the deal. What harm is it spraying the damn stuff? I don't even understand why that guy
Yeah.
is saying that.
I don't know. I think he just wants to get done with this as fast as he can.
And
because
here's the bottom line. You
the
can
thing I've been difficult with, yeah.
you may want to you have to fumigate the place too, or let's air it out to get the mold spores that are in the air out. But once that's done, it should be fine. And again, all of this, if you document all of this and take a few pics here and there, if anything does happen where it sucks, move. I mean, you'll have enough evidence to break your lease.
Yeah.
Nobody
yeah.
can
No, I
make
know
you,
you're right about that.
Nobody can make you stay in a contaminated place if they don't do it right. I would just emphasize.
Yeah, I knew that.
I would just say, look, you know what? Once this is opened, it's never going to be cheaper to spray than now. Just use words like that so you appeal, so they know you know what you're talking about. It's never going to be cheaper to spray. Get it over with now. Then when you cover it with new drywall, you're never going to have to go in there again. I would just say stuff like that, be done with it, and I wouldn't worry. And stay in touch with us if they totally stonewall you. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. More coming right up. We're going to talk about negotiating an ambulance bill that happens. But Rod Greer has an idea for the woman that wants to get rid of 2 classic cars. Stick around.
Hurting your neck or back can be a serious hit to your happiness and way of life. Pain relief doesn't have to mean an endless cycle of medication and doctor visits. Spine One's effective, minimally invasive treatments for back, neck, and joint pain have helped Colorado live pain-free for more than 20 years. And with same-day appointments at Spine One, you can get the help you need today. If you're ready to get your life back from back pain, call Spine One today. 303-367-BACK or go online at spineone.com.
Okay, I'm telling you that Made in the Shade is one of these places that you will absolutely love. Family owned and operated for window coverings. And you know what? This is an area where a lot of people take the money and run. You don't have to worry about Made in the Shade, in business for many, many years serving consumers. A lifetime warranty on most of their products. Listen to this. They even have color experts. Brenda, the owner, one of the owners, Brenda is a certified color specialist who can help with not only the color but fabric selections. They do everything from draperies to shade shutters, exterior rolling shutters, and electric shades inside. They even have apps you can use to control them, high tech. They have all price ranges, a wide array. Why don't you call them for a consultation in your home? Hunter Douglas, Norman, Alta, Graber, ComfortTex, Rainier, and more. So you call them, you get a design consultant. They, by the way, serve South Metro Denver and beyond, like Cherry Creek, Cherry Hills, Greenwood Village, Highlands Ranch, Littleton, Lone Tree, Inglewood, Centennial, Parker, Castle Rock, Columbine, Ken Carl. If you have any doubts, just go to their website. It's Made in the Shade is the name. So the website, MITS, that stands for Made in the Shade, MITSDenverSouth.com, or just Google Made in the Shade. 720-458-6566, 720-458-6566. All right, Joe Lazzara is a criminal defense attorney. Now, I know none of you are going to need him ever, right? Well, we don't know that, seriously. Now, obviously, you can prevent a DUI. Designated drivers, Uber, Lyft, taxis, all of that. The other thing you can do is have his name available for maybe you have to refer him to somebody. You know, look, life is not always perfect. Sometimes you need a defense attorney, and I'll tell you this. Don't ever, ever, ever hire one under duress or look for one under duress. Joe Lazzara, I've done the shopping for you. 303-429-6200, flat rate pricing, free initial consultations, 429-6200.
Listen, could Gregory change your life?
I went from size 44 pants back to the size 30.
Need me to send you those spots
Have you seen
Mark?
Hey,
Do you still need me to send you those spots?
Which ones, sir? No, I found them. You did send them to me. I knew you did.
That Made in the Shade was long and good, right?
It was beautiful.
All right.
It was beautiful. Have you seen, Kevin, though, the bag of the tortilla chips, like in Costco or Sam's? It's fucking that long.
It's 3 feet long.
It's 3 feet long.
See, that's what Deputy Doc said. He said he can't shop there because you have to have a giant family.
Oh, my God. Their potato chip bag is so big, it's insane. Yeah, he said 50 people coming over.
No, he says he can't buy there. There's just no normal sizes.
Well, he's probably telling you that. My guess is he got fucking 86 from the joint. Playing grab ass with someone.
No, I still have my Costco card.
I love Costco, man.
I do too. I mean, one thing that's great is that, I buy those packages of steaks and just, put them in the freezer one at a time.
Hey, the other thing, Doc, talking about
microwave steaks, though, do you, Doc?
I love the way they package their chicken. And it comes in individual packages.
And showing up on the runway, Mr. Mark Major wearing Costco cargo pants.
I love my Costco clothes, baby.
Taking his shoes off in the airplane. Being rude.
There's nothing rude. My feet smell like fucking flowers.
I've never thought you smelled.
Of course not.
It's just people find it rude if you take your shoes off on an airplane.
And you know what I say? Fuck 'em.
Large, do you find it rude or do you take your shoes off?
Do you take your shoes off
It's totally rude.
Do you take your shoes off?
First of all, I sit fucking Indian style on the plane, literally, like I'm sitting right now.
And that would be rude, but I'm the one sitting next to him, so I guess it's not rude.
Hey.
And how's she supposed to rub my feet if my shoes are on?
Hey. Do you have to take your socks off, Mark?
No.
Dude, I strip down to my boxers.
Do you in yoga take your shoes off?
Oh my God, you would never wear your shoes in a yoga studio. That would be disrespectful.
You're disrespecting Yogi.
You know what I did?
Yogi Berra.
You know what I did? You guys probably won't know what this means, but I did Contrology.
Contrology? Is that when you have to make it so your bladder doesn't leak?
No, it's like tantric sex.
Contrology.
Is that in your bar class or something?
Contrology, and I had to take my shoes off.
Oh.
It's balance, body, and hum.
And they make you take your shoes and socks off. And it's the old name for something you'd be very familiar with, but it used to be called, before he died, Contrology.
Wait a minute. I'm looking at it right now. It's very odd looking. Did you buy this weird wood crap?
Hey, Tom.
No. What?
Would you please go to Rod Greer?
Yes.
It's movement of all kinds. It's a workout with over 500 exercises.
Oh, it's your Pilates stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. I joined. Hold on.
No, it's male Kegels.
I signed up for that to see what happens.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's at my club, so it's easy to go to.
Joseph Pilates created Contrology.
Oh.
And then he wouldn't call it the Pilates method because he wasn't an egotist, but he did, after he died, everyone else called it.
It says right here, men that are older that are going through the change will get great results out of Contrology. That's a quote from their website.
Yeah, I already feel my prostate shrinking.
Okay, Rod Greer, please.
Just listen for the hourly keyword, then enter it at khow.com. Inflation Salvation on 630 KHOW, sponsored by Guy Rees.
Brighten your home and save 10% on Benjamin Moore paint by joining the Guy Rees loyalty program. Stop by a store or go to GUIRYS.com to sign up today. Guy Rees, your neighborhood paint store since 1899.
This hour from the Trajan Wealth KHOW studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, GutterHelmetDenver.com for keeping your gutters clean and reinforced through the winter. And by the way, get ready for next year when all the leaves start blowing around. Anyway, GutterHelmetDenver.com, 303-298-8888. Okay, so listen, Rod Greer is on. Thank goodness we have him from JFR Cars. Rod, this woman wanted to sell some
classic cars, Lincoln Continentals.
2 Lincolns.
Yeah, it's amazing what they go for. The range is anywhere from 5,000 to 250,000. I actually saw some old Lincoln Continentals with 100,000 miles on them for $250,000.
Hey, Rod, turn the radio down.
My radio isn't on.
Who's doing that? Huh. I hear an echo. Anyway, so Rod, let's talk. What can you do for her? Do you list classic cars?
Yeah, we do. We usually take care of the hot rods, and I have to look at it. Are they running, Tom? Do you know?
She said they haven't been started in a while, but they were running a couple years ago.
No, one. She said the parts are all on the hood.
But what parts are we talking about?
Don't know.
Karen.
We don't know. She just kept saying that.
I'm on the phone.
Karen.
Okay.
Yes.
What parts are on that one that doesn't start?
I don't know, something about the engine. He took the hood off, so
Yeah.
the hood's there, and then there are just some various parts because the kid was beginning to do the restoration on that car. So
Okay, it might be, yeah. Rod.
I like to come by and see them because it's hard to sell a project and make it work for somebody and trying to get top dollar. That just won't happen.
Hey, Karen, you can really trust.
Run it and put it on the market.
You can trust Rod with JFR Cars. He should come by and look at them. He'll give you an honest assessment. They charge flat fees. They're really good people.
would there be charge to come out and give an assessment?
No, not at all. Are you in the Denver metro area?
No, Loveland, Fort Collins area.
Loveland, Fort Collins. Wow.
So that's a long drive for you. But we do have, evidently, there are people that have called in that are interested in buying. So I'm waiting for Suzanne to give me those names and numbers.
They just had suggestions on other suggestions and alternatives for you. One being that John Rush, I guess he does an automobile radio show up your way. He might be interested in them.
I don't know where that echo's coming from, but anyway. So,
do you have any pictures that you can send me?
I did take 2 or 3 pictures, but they're crammed. They're big cars, and they're crammed into a little 2-car garage. So I can send what I have, but they're not very good pictures, but it'll give you a little bit of an idea.
Take a picture of where the parts are on the hood and see what they are.
Yeah, that would be great. Just give me an idea on what to expect and what we're needing to get them up and running, and then we can kind of, if I need to drive out there, I will. But I like to see if we can find out what's running and what's not running and how many parts somebody has to.
Hey, Rod, have you sold classic cars before?
Oh, yeah.
Good. And do you know people who can work on them?
Yeah, I have a couple guys that can work on some of the older cars.
Kevin, do you guys work?
On my list.
Kevin, do you work on them?
We do the mechanical. We just don't, we just don't do any body or paint on them.
Okay. All right, so listen, let's hook them up, Suze. Let's hook up Karen with Rod at least to look at some pics and then see what can happen. Mike's got a comment on selling classic cars. Go ahead, Mike.
Tom, I've got 3 possible resources for you. Do you know if it's shiny black 1960 Lincoln?
I don't know, sir. I just don't know. I don't think she knows.
Because if it is, I believe that's the same year, make, and model as the Kennedy assassination car.
I think they said it was blue.
Museums very interested in that.
So wait,
Two
is
other
it
local sources?
Okay.
Is Cars Remember When on South Santa Fe? They could put the other car back together for her and then sell them both on consignment.
Yeah, now somebody else mentioned them. Cars Remember When. They're pretty, they have really high reviews too.
Yes, and they only deal in vintage cars and trucks.
Okay, that's cool. Cars
The
Remember
other one
When.
is Worldwide Vintage Autos. Same thing, they deal in classic cars and trucks, and they will sell on consignment, so she wouldn't have to worry about payment. The shop takes care of everything and just hands her cash or a check.
And I had a few people call about those folks.
Okay, well, thank you. Appreciate it. I love this show because we have such good people listening that know so much. Thank you, Mike. 303-713-TALK. Thelma, what's happening?
Okay. In 2021, I was coming from Tennessee to Wellington, Colorado, and I had a horrible wreck in Topeka, Kansas. And they pulled me out of the wreck and took me to the hospital in Topeka, Kansas. Now, I'm a veteran, and I don't remember anything until the next morning, and then I woke up and I was in the hospital. And now, when I got back to Wellington, I've been going to the VA hospital in Cheyenne, Wyoming. I went there for about 8 months until I was completely capable of doing things on my own.
Okay.
And then I'm not a disabled person, and I have tried to negotiate my ambulance bill from Topeka, Kansas. I have tried to negotiate this.
Thelma, tell me what's going on. Now, you're a veteran, so was any of this covered by your insurance?
Everything was covered except the ambulance bill. Now, I go to...
As far as the ambulance bill, why was that not covered? I'm not sure why. Why wasn't it covered?
Well, I've been told by the ambulance transportation in Topeka, Kansas, that I am not a disabled person, and that's the reason they would not cover that.
Okay, now this ambulance, what was it from where to where? What was this? Is it more than one ambulance ride or one?
No, one ambulance bill from the time they pulled me out of I was driving a U-Haul, and it completely overturned.
Okay, so the ambulance, I just need to know about the ambulance. The ambulance you're being charged for was from the scene of the accident to the hospital?
That's right.
Okay, now how much is the bill?
$1,428.94.
Oh, it's about $1,400. Now, how long have they been trying to collect it from you?
They started, I think we finally got the bill around 2000 and March or May, sometime in that. It was about 8 months after.
Okay. So have they been trying to come after you for it other than a phone call or a letter? Have they actually put you in collections?
Just a letter. My daughter has called and we have tried our best to just negotiate a bill, and they refused to.
Who refused?
The company that we have called.
What's the name of the is it a collection company or the ambulance company?
No, it's America Medical Response.
AMR. Okay.
Yeah.
Big ambulance company.
All right. Hold on, okay? We got to take a break. I'm Tom Martino. More coming up.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Leland Conway at 2, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast. We're dealing with some slow spots out there. Volume northbound I-25 from 6th Avenue up to Spear. Southbound heavy from I-70 down to Colfax. Other than that, though, looks pretty good out there. I-70's in good shape. I-225 moving at posted speeds both directions. Just look out for road work. Southbound Pena between Tower Road and I-70. That's going to add a couple of minutes onto your commute this afternoon. Your Fox 31 pinpoint weather. Mostly sunny today. Highs in the mid to lower 40s. Tonight, mostly clear, and we'll get down to about 29. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, 66. Sunday, sunny and 61. Right now, it's 40. With your impact traffic and weather, Katie Mitchell, 630 KHOW.
Do you know how Thomas Jefferson's legacy, as well as that of one of the oldest Jewish families in America, are intricately weaved together? Well, be sure to catch this week's edition of Our American Stories on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you're looking to sell jewelry for extra cash, you can sell junk jewelry, you know, the tangled messes, the mismatched earrings, you know, the stuff you've been sitting around never using, broken watches. You can sell that to David Ellis Jewelry, a name we've known for 40 years, 3rd in Clayton. Or you can sell your estate jewelry, your vintage jewelry, your, you know, any kind of used jewelry that's still working. So whether it's junk or whether it's premier stuff or in between, he'll buy it all. Yes, why don't you check him out? As the holidays come up, you might want some extra money. DavidEllisJewelry.com. He'll give you an immediate price on the spot. 2640 East 3rd Avenue. That's 3rd in Clayton. 303-322-8779. DavidEllisJewelry.com.
Tune into Peace to You. I don't really know her.
Yeah.
Okay, well, everybody, you know, in the movie is chuckling every time he does this, and I'm just like, should I laugh?
What was it? Was she laughing?
Yeah. Oh, no.
What movie?
Yeah, we joke about it now. But.
What movie? That movie is so fucking good.
Yeah.
The ending is just so fucking great.
Right.
He starts helping them out.
I'll tell you this, after hearing this, I'll
Clint
Well, the way
twice
he bonds
before
with that
getting in
old
an
lady
ambulance,
doesn't
you know.
speak English.
You know what I mean? But
and they're
you
both
were
kind of
back
gruff.
and forth at each other, yeah.
What?
No, and I like when Eastwood goes after the gang members. It was fucking...
Well, then he left the car to the kid instead of his snotty granddaughter.
Yeah, that's right, who deserved it.
Yeah.
Nope, I love fucking Eastwood, man.
Dang.
How about the one where he's an old guy in the pickup and he's smuggling... Yep, he's smuggling fucking drugs big time, man.
Noted for sure. I'll be sure to tell
That's
Tom.
a great fucking flick, too.
Yeah, we saw that one.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Troubleshooter Show. What's your first name?
You know, he did that. He played in that and wrote it. And, well, I don't know if he wrote it, but he directed it. Yeah. At like 90 years old.
Yeah.
But that plane, trains, and automobile,
I did tell her,
so
yep. I did
they
tell
get
her about
stranded.
Conrad.
Oh, you knew it. You just thought it was a new one.
Yeah.
Fuck, I love that. When they're driving down the road in that
there,
car
up
after
the
it
way.
was on fire. He is so
There's
fucking
just some
pissed.
stupid things in there, so it's too funny. Yeah.
He sells shower curtain
Got
rings.
any other ones?
Can you imagine that's your job, selling shower curtain rings? I'd fucking jump off a bridge.
Oh, okay.
You feel so bad for him by the end, though.
Thanks, Mystery Mike. Hope you're doing good, man. You too. Bye.
Yeah, that Clint Eastwood, man. I'd love to see one more out of him, but I don't know if we'll see that.
Well, they're trying so hard to cancel him, too.
Tom Cruise is fucking good. I think he's a great fucking actor.
Oh, it's been a day.
Yeah, you're right, though. That would have been so awkward. You're sitting next to your...
Well, I'm starting to chuckle, and then I'm just like, ooh.
Oh, shit,
Hey, Tom.
Zipperhead. Oh.
You know the weird part about it? And,
I should be
Chinese
good. Huh?
buddy of mine told me this. You know,
Tommy, you there?
Yeah.
Hey, have you ever been on a reformer
Is that
board
true?
during
Why
your
is that? 'Cause
classes?
of World War II?
Of course, yeah.
Those I haven't learned how to use
Now,
one yet.
remember, why, do you take Pilates?
Oh, yeah.
I tried a
There was
Pilates
one
class
guy,
once and I hated the reformer board, but I think it's just because I didn't know how.
Story, man, but the
Listen,
bottom line
I only took
he was on
one
of
class
these
so
little
far.
islands that the Japanese
Did you like it?
were
Yeah,
bombing or
well,
whatever.
let's put it this way.
And, he didn't know the
It's
war
not
was
that I
over.
liked it.
Would
It's
not
that
believe
I
it.
could feel
And
it
he was
doing
out
things
there
I've never done
up until
before,
like 10 fucking
working
years ago.
muscles and
Like, literally.
things I've never worked.
What?
Did you like it better than
Defending
bar?
it
Do you
and
feel
like
like it's more
fucking
effective?
with the villagers
Yes,
and
bar
bothering them and
killed
shit.
me, just pain. This
It's not like he had a
this
lot
was
of
a
weapons
good pain. I don't know how to explain it. It was really, it felt good actually.
And it's the most incredible fucking story.
It just, you know how you stretch and feel good sometimes, and the good pain like a massage. It almost was like that, and it really released a lot of.
He goes out.
I don't know. I liked it. It was really gave a lot of endorphins and just
where
was
he's
nice.
like this big.
Whereas Barr just knocked the shit out of me. And I don't think Barr works the muscles deep down like this does.
Something really fucked up happened to one or both.
900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Address hair loss with the same simple one-day treatment I received. AdvancedHair.com.
It's the Dan Kapla Show. Afternoons 4 to 6.
Friday at 4, as the saying goes, it's a blessing to live in interesting times. Has anybody ever been more blessed? Election day a few days away. We'll have all the latest polls, analysis, and Christy Burton Brown in the house. Join us at 4.
Hi, Tom Martino. Remember this website? You will love me. WeCleanWindows.co. These are the guys, Tyler and Nick and the team, all of your windows, and they do holiday decorations too. They will help you install them, take them down, store them. You can buy them. You can do any part of the holiday lights with them. Plus, of course, they do pressure washing. All of these services, WeCleanWindows.co. You won't find more dedicated guys. 303-564-5574, 564-5574. All right, so Thelma wants to know how to negotiate an ambulance bill. Well, you don't unless they want to. I mean, it all comes down to that.
Hey, Tom, I had
yes.
somebody call with a little experience with the ambulance bills. He says they are so hardcore, they will never negotiate.
Yeah, but here's the other good part. They don't have much they can take from people, Thelma. Let me explain. What do you have they can take? And I mean that. What do they have? Or what do you have? Do you own a home?
Yes.
Oh, damn. Do you have a lot of equity?
A small amount.
About how much equity? I'm curious. I'm really serious now. How much equity?
Well, I sold a house in Tennessee that I've got that equity, which is about $70,000.
You have $70,000 put away somewhere?
Yeah, so I can negotiate this bill. I've tried to negotiate.
They won't. They won't. They already know about your closing, too. They've done an asset search. They know about it, Thelma. You're in a bad shape. I thought a lot of them, they're not aggressive in going after people, but if you have a $70,000 nest egg, they'll go after you.
Can I ask her about her insurance, Tom?
Yeah, what about it?
Thelma, at the time of the accident, what kind of insurance did you have?
Veteran, because I've only had veteran because I am an 81-year-old person. I do not have no medical bills at all.
And your policy didn't cover an ambulance? I find that hard to believe. We're to call Compass and ask them about that, Tom. Because
she's talking about all she had. You didn't. She's saying she didn't have insurance. She's saying all she had was Veterans Administration, right, Thelma?
That's right. Because
she had no insurance.
You didn't have insurance.
No, she said veterans. That's it. She had nothing. So therefore, she doesn't have any coverage.
Right. I thought she had insurance through veterans.
But VA doesn't cover the ambulance?
No, because I am not a disabled person. I am capable of, getting around on my own.
But you're not capable of getting from the accident to the hospital. I don't understand what that has to do with anything.
You just said it, though. She just didn't have insurance. That's all.
Yeah, I was completely out. The only thing I remembered the accident is I remembered something about them ripping my clothes off. And that would be in the ambulance, but I don't remember them pulling me out of the accident.
Thelma, was it a one-car accident, just you?
Yes, what I did is I was coming from Topeka, coming through Topeka, Kansas, and the U-Haul I had completely flipped over on the left-hand side. So my one arm was really messed up, and I don't know whether blood loss or whatever. But
Hey, Thelma, was this a truck you had rented?
Yes.
And is it possible you fell asleep?
No, I was awake. I knew when it went over. I heard somebody telling me they were going to get me out there, and then I heard this guy say,
No,
"We've
okay,
gotta
I
leave."
understand. But Thelma, never mind. I was just wondering how it happened. So listen, Thelma. I don't think they're going to negotiate with you because of your money, because of your. I just don't think they are. That's all I can tell you. I don't know what to tell you. By the way, I was told WeCleanWindows.co is not working. I don't know why. We're going to work on that, but I'll get you their phone number that does work, and that is 303-564-5574, 303-564-5574. And that's Premier Window Cleaning Services and Pressure Washing. Again, I'm sorry for that website not working. We have more coming up.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
We do have some slow spots out there. Volume northbound I-25 from 6th Avenue up to Spear. Southbound heavy from I-70 down to about Colfax. Other than that, though, looks pretty good out there. I-70's in great shape. 225 moving at posted speeds both directions. Just look out for road work southbound Pena between Tower Road and I-70. That's going to add a couple of minutes onto your drive. Your Fox 31 pinpoint weather. Mostly sunny today. High in the mid to lower 40s. Tonight, mostly clear. We'll get down to about 29. Tomorrow, mostly sunny. Mid to upper 60s, Sunday sunny and about 60. Right now it's 40. With your impact traffic and weather, Katie Mitchell, 630 KHOW.
Do you know how Thomas Jefferson's legacy, as well as that of one of the oldest Jewish families in America, are intricately weaved together? Well, be sure to catch this week's edition of Our American Stories on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you're looking for window coverings, and you should be, because it really finishes the house, you know what? You need someone you can trust. And I love having Made in the Shade on my referral list. That's the name of the window covering company that we've known and trusted in Colorado for many, many years. And here's what I love. Listen to this. They're a husband and wife team, family owned and operated. They serve Denver South and all of the suburbs around there. They have all the major brands, Hunter, Douglas, Norman, Alta, Graber, ComfortTex, Rainier, and more. And they do everything from drapes to shades, room darkeners, shutters, high-tech indoor and outdoor roller shades or shutters. 720-458-6566. Google Made in the Shade, and you'll find them, 720-458-6566. Service you can trust, from purchase to installation, whether it's the whole house or just part of it. 720-458-6566. Hey, you know someone else we know and trust, and today is the day, car day, to celebrate CentryRV.com. If you're looking for an RV, a pop-up camper, a bumper pull, a fifth wheel, a motorhome, a Class B, whatever it is you want, check out first, always, CentryRV.com. I-25 and exit 240 along the frontage road on the east side. You can find the great deals and a brand new service center for all of their customers, so you always have people you can rely on before, during, and after the sale. CentryRV.com, 303-453-1111.
It's private now.
I see what you're saying, yeah. Because there's no chart or anything on it. That's why I was curious.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
And if you look up Twitter stock, it says Twitter Inc. BDR. It used to be TWTR. Yeah. But when you look up BDR, there's nothing there. I don't even know what it is. But
I didn't even think of that. Yeah.
I'd want to wait about 2-3 weeks, but I was thinking it'd be a really good buy, man. Because here's one thing I know about this guy. He's going to fucking make it work. He's going to make it into a company that works.
He just is. He's yet not to come through.
True.
Uh-oh. I like this one. So, what's his name? Keanu West? Is that how you say his
Kanye
name?
West.
Kanye. Jesus, listen to me. I sound like Doc.
Oriental.
So Kanye. But
now it's just ye.
Listen to this though.
Get it right, Mark.
Listen to what he's saying now. You ready? Remember all this stuff? I guess he got in trouble for saying anti-Jewish stuff or something. He releases bombshell text messages. Says he was drugged out of his mind by his handlers.
That's what I'd say.
That's what we're going to do to Tom.
Weekend at Bernie's kind of a thing.
We're going to fucking we're going to weekend at Bernie's.
I never said that. I never said it.
It
Somebody
wasn't me.
drugged me.
It wasn't me.
Why the Avalanche?
They had me so drugged up. Go back to zombie land forever, they told me.
You guys, I'm getting an email on Premier's Window Cleaning's website doesn't work. That's not my hat. I sent it to you guys.
We already handled it.
Well, it's not the CO one. It's the main one, they're saying.
No, none of theirs work. They were
Kids, they need to stay on top of it.
They probably already lost the domain, and the next thing you know, it'll go to the competition.
They're like 22 years old.
I was selling domains, by the way, at 22 years old. Thank you.
Yeah, to know now, or then what you know now, some of these domains would just be insane.
Who just said Mark like that?
I think you have Trumpitis. You even know everything or have done everything.
I was selling domains at 22. Absolutely, 100%.
Were you squatting on them?
No. We were, just for our customers, we build websites. In fact, Talib would build. In fact, I hosted Talib's back then. It was a weird name. It was
Stone Soup?
Stone Soup Computers. Troubleshooter. Referralist.com. Once it came along, that was on our servers.
We had the first cyber cafe in Colorado.
I don't know about the first, but the coolest.
We did.
We'd have Peter Boyles there like on Wednesdays, and he would show up and chat with listeners and eat Chinese food.
To have real-world conversations, things you'll actually use.
3 weeks. It's incredible. After 3 weeks, I'm on vacation in Paris, having a conversation in French.
There's all kinds of ways to learn. Use Babbel's podcasts or games or videos. You can even join live classes with a language teacher.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
Babbel.
Babbel. Babbel. Évidemment. Go to babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com.
See each other flashing them 15 miles away, and we were going to set up a microwave thing to where he could have some of that T1, but my HOA.
Weather, sports, and more from our community. That's khow.com/news.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. Jesus, what's going on with you? How can we help you? Jesus.
How you doing?
Gee. Hey, man, what's going on?
So, I have an issue with the vehicle that I just bought.
Where'd you buy it?
It's Rocky Mountain Motors Ltd. on Broadway.
And what kind of vehicle?
It was F-150.
What's going on with it?
408 073
Hello?
019.
What is this?
It was turned on. It was running, and then I talked to him about it, and I went to see the truck, and it sounded like a diesel truck, right? And I didn't think anything of it because I'm not really a mechanic.
Okay.
But that has a lot to do with the whole situation. So
all right. So when did you buy it, Jesus?
I bought it about maybe a month and a week ago, something like that.
Okay.
So just recently.
So yeah, a few weeks ago. So is it completely broken down or is it running?
No, well, about 3 days after I bought it, I took it off the lot. The truck broke down. The engine just stopped.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what was wrong with it. You know, I tried, starting it, and it wouldn't do it. So after seeing what was wrong with it, I pulled it here to the driveway of my apartment, and I started going through it, but I couldn't figure it out. So finally, I decided to tow it to a mechanic shop. And
okay, let's speed up to the part, Jesus, just so we don't have a lot of time left, and I want to help you. Okay. What did you ultimately find out is wrong with it? What's wrong with it?
Okay, the motor seized, so it's a bad motor.
Oh,
so
no. Wait a minute. The entire motor is gone? How many miles on this?
I believe it had like 160,000. About 160, no. Yeah.
So you said it was knocking from the very beginning?
Well, see, I didn't know this, but the truck sounded like a diesel truck, right?
No, I get it, man. You had some rod knocking. Isn't that what that is, Kevin? When he hears that knocking like a diesel?
Pistons and rods banging. Yeah, exactly.
And now the engine is completely blown?
Yes, correct.
Do you have any kind of a warranty on this, Jesus?
I do not. I bought it as is.
Where'd you buy it from?
Where?
Yeah.
It was a Rocky Mountain Motor Ltd.
Rocky Mountain Motor Ltd. Listen, I don't know what we can do to help you except, if you don't have a warranty and you bought it as is, the only hope we have is if they did something to cover it up or to lie to you about it.
Well, that's the thing.
Here, hold on. Suze, get his name and number. We're just going to have to call him back on Monday. I swear to you, Jesus, we will try to help you any way we can. Sheridan Auto Tech, thank you, Kevin, for being here. SheridanAutotech.com, Lakewood. They will help you with major and minor maintenance. Of course, as always, you can trust them. And remember, Referralist.com, save all your problems for me.
Follow Tom Martino at Real Tom Martino and stay